this is a get ready with me. Okay, just a little something, something before I get ready for one of my daily lives. So, I just started growing my locks about 2 years ago now, and I color treated, and I do like a style here or there. And I really, really have noticed that my hair does the best when I keep it moisturized. And my regimen of spraying my hair with water and then following it up with Fab Hair International's Moisture Mist leave-in conditioning spray, girl. Listen, it's giving me everything that I need as far as the moisture on a daily basis is concerned. I've tried a lot of sprays and I really, really enjoy not only the way the spray bottle works, but also the way the hair feels moisturized after I've given it a spritz. There are so many great Fab Hair International products to try. And the Stimulate and Soothe Deep Cleansing Shampoo is one of my favorites. It actually gives your scalp a tingling sensation that makes it feel really, really clean. And then the Moisture Mask Deep Conditioning Mask is really amazing as well. Make my hair feel really, really moisturized after I had color treated it. The products are great and were created by a Black woman stylist who came from behind her chair to give her people the products she felt they really deserved. Fab Hair International is for all curls and coils, whatever your hair type. You can find something at Fab Hair International that will suit your specific needs. Right now, you can use my code Bondi15 to get 15% off of your purchase. Go to fabhairinternational.com, take their hair quiz, and find out which products will be perfect for your hair. Be a bougie traveler and shop fabhairinternational.com. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right.
Hey, everybody. What's up? Happy Hump Day. What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Bondi Blue, and I am back for another Bondi Blue show. We have mess to get into, girl. All right. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's doing okay. Girl, hate the cost to be the boss. We're going to start out with some TikTok mess on the show today. We will be back for Ooh Ladies First panel tomorrow. It'll be on my channel. The link has been posted. We got a little surprise for y'all tomorrow, so make sure y'all come through. Okay. Um, so I want to start with TikTok, but shout out to my editor. We're really getting my, the shorts together, right? The look, right? Getting the branding together, right? And got new graphics for my shorts. And so I put one of my shorts out on TikTok yesterday, and TikTok was tripping. And you had like 0 views for hours or some shit like that. It was weird. But this morning when I woke up, some of the views had come, girl, whatever. And the commentary I did on Kelsey, y'all know the Frost daughter, and T Hood, the abusive boyfriend that her brother unalived. I was reading some of the comments, and it's like no matter what I say, they're still gonna come in the comments and say the same shit that I'm complaining about. Like I'm complaining about this man being abusive, this girl's brother being there and protecting her. Yes, how she handled it after was not great. That annoyed me. But also, this is somebody that's an abuse victim. Abuse victims are like brain on drugs. Like they're not logical, they're not sensical. Like they're literally in a relationship that goes against their own safety. Bitch in a relationship that goes against her own personal safety. That should tell you all you need to know about the psyche of a woman that's in an abusive relationship, right? So of course we don't agree with the way Kelsey, has handled the situation. But what aggravates me is all of the she should have. She should have called her daddy and not her brother. She should have called the police. I just was reading some of the comments and, I was just like, what's the point of men? Y'all call men protectors. And then when somebody actually does protect their sister, it was, oh, you should have called your daddy.
Girl, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, but some of them comments was working on my nerves because it's always about what the abuse victim should have done. That's what it's always about. The abuse victim should have done something different, not the nigga that got shot previously because he kept putting his hands on a woman. To me, the only thing anybody should have to say about that situation is that's why niggas need to stop putting their hands on women and maybe you wouldn't end up dead. Because if I would have called my daddy, the same shit would have happened. And he would have got off too. So I was reading some of them comments like, y'all the hoes that work on my nerves. Because y'all always want the victim to do something different. Right? So anyway, because that annoyed me, girl. But then I wanted to come to y'all about this other mess on TikTok, right? Because the plot thickened. Like at first, it started out just being about this lady having her very tall, middle school age children. These twin girls are 11 years old in the 5th grade. Age appropriate hairstyles for my 11-year-old 5th graders. Let's take a look at the video. I'm going to take you down the path. Let's get in. Strap in.
What's your name?
Elena.
What's your name?
Aaliyah.
And do y'all get bullied or picked on about y'all ponytails with barrettes?
No.
Do anybody make y'all feel sad about y'all ponytails and barrettes?
No.
Are you guys happy with your ponytails and barrettes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so yes, ma'am, and answering in unison, you putting them on camera as the parent that we believe are trying to humiliate and embarrass your daughters in some capacity? Yeah, girl. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but when y'all put y'all children up, like when y'all hold a phone up, you know what I mean? Y'all remember how TD McNutt did? Y'all think that if y'all hold a phone up and make the children tell everybody if, are you really being abused? Are you really being humiliated? Do you feel a way? Why do y'all think that the girls are going to tell the truth? Why do y'all think that the kids are going to tell the truth? Bitch, the kids are scared. Like, I wish the fuck my daddy would have done some shit like that. I was going to say whatever you wanted me to say, nigga. Whatever, it's not the truth, but whatever you want me to say so I don't get hit or I don't get punished, that's what I'm going to say. So even bringing them on camera to try to prove a point was stupid to me. And I see parents do this a lot. And it's like, bitch, your kids is scared of you. They're kids. Why do you think that you can come to us with them on camera as if we don't already know what it is to be a kid? Like, and to be a kid means to, go along with your parents say, because anything you say that is not in agreement with your parents is viewed as disrespect, especially in Black people households. Now, a lot of people was like, these are very age appropriate. Everybody had comments on the situation. You're doing a great job. Don't let the talking wigs tell you otherwise. Listen, I know, because those are some of my mutuals. I know everybody wanted to defend this lady, but I looked at the lady and I didn't want to say anything at first because I'm like, I agree with everybody that's saying you like dressing them younger than they actually are so that you can humiliate them in some respect. Or so that you can keep them in a child's place, I guess, under the guise of protecting them. But you're also posting them all over social media. So I don't know how much protection you can actually offer children who you're exploiting at the same time. I'm going to leave it alone, though. Let's continue.
Do y'all wear any other hairstyles besides ponytails and barrettes?
Yes.
Like what?
Braids and crochet.
And what?
Braids and crochet.
And you love you a crochet, don't it? And what's your favorite?
The crochet.
Yes.
They both like the
So
crochet.
how often do y'all wear bows and barrettes?
Not often, girl.
How often do you wear bows and barrettes?
Sometimes, like, here and there.
Okay.
So they only do it here or there. But you're putting it on social media like it's something that they do. And I'm guessing people was like, girl, why you got them bows and, them barrettes and shit in them girls' hair? They look too old for that. And so she comes up with this shit. And then you purposefully do their hair in this style again so that we can have this conversation about, what the kids got going on in their hair. our first time participating in the Girls on the Run. See what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of putting her children on, like, her page being about the children. Okay. So some people had something to say about how she was styling their hair. And I think it's because a lot of us know what it's like to encounter Black women that are always telling girls to stay in a child's place, but it's really, as you know, it's a way to suppress their growth. It's a way to um sometimes it's a jealousy thing, like you want your child to not look attractive, or you want her to not look as cute because then she would be prettier than you want her to look. Like, that's sometimes the thing. I'm not sure if that's this situation, but it definitely feels like you want them to look more childlike, as if that's supposed to protect them in some capacity. Let's just look through some more, okay?
Hey, lovely people, this is my 7-year-old daughter, Erica. I just washed her hair and I'm about to style her some ponytails all over because that's the type of mama I am, baby. I am a barrette, clucker ball, knocker ball, bead, bow, rotted end braids, whatever you want to call it. Cute little crochet with the braid in front, twisties across the top, lemonades to the side. My trend wear all that. I don't discriminate when it comes to children hairstyles, whether it's a bow, whether it's a ribbon, whether it's a bead, whether it's a clamp, a clip, a bobby pin. I don't care, baby, long as it's age appropriate. And it's going to go on my daughter's hair because guess what? The culture not raising mine. And I see that y'all let the culture raise these kids, and that's why half of y'all can't do nothing with y'all children now. They don't listen to y'all. They don't clean up. Y'all got to call their name 18 times. They don't iron, and them bathrooms nasty. Y'all really raising some nasty little girls out here. These girls won't even help y'all do nothing, but got the nerve to tell y'all they want a 6'13" bust down child. Boom. Hey,
Do y'all hear it? Like, what does that have to do? Like, so you think that their hair being done with barrettes, age appropriate, that is supposed to mean that they're clean? You see what I'm saying? Like, what's happening?
lovely people, this is my 7.
Okay.
It's me and my sisters.
And now she proving to us some more that they was in the 5th grade wearing barrettes.
That they're
Y'all,
your-
I want to say that the barrettes are not the issue. It is the mama's energy surrounding all of it. She's exploiting the situation. I saw the barrettes and I scrolled past the shit. And then it seemed as if, because she was responding to the comments that people may have been leaving, it then blew up even more. So now everybody's making think pieces about the shit. And so then it got this lady, Diamond Nicole, to go and make commentary, I guess, or make a comment. I didn't see whatever Diamond's original post was, but Portia, the mama, decided to take Diamond's video off her page and stitch it. And this is probably when I actually got interested in this situation.
Your only option, right? Like no,
Hold
nigga,
up.
that they're your only option, right? Like no, nigga, I am a whore. Just let's not.
But you talking about I need to stop focusing on men. I need to close my legs and stop having kids.
That they're
I mean, yeah. I don't understand. Look, somebody said she didn't say anything wrong. I'm like, y'all seem to think that because oh, you're a whore and I'm a mother. Bitch, how do you think you got? I think this lady has 7 kids, y'all. Not this lady, but the Portia lady. I think the Portia lady got like 7 kids. I'm not sure, but we're about to get more into it. Hold up, girl. We gotta back up. Hold up. So,
bitch. I'm gonna be outside with another nigga ASAP, right? I'm gonna go be laid up somewhere with another nigga.
But instead of telling me stop worrying about men, but you be laid up with another nigga ASAP. How many babies you done killed, girl? It don't make no sense to be contradicting yourself like that.
it's not.
Bitch, I'm gonna be outside
It's
with.
not contradictory. There's a difference between fucking and running behind men and having buku babies. There's 2 different things. I'm so confused at what point is trying to be made with these clips, but these are the clips that she posted, right? These are the
Bitch,
clips
I'm
that
gonna
she posted. Hold up, I need to go back to my save so I can go to Diamond stuff so we could see the stuff that Diamond posted. Okay, because Diamond was like, "Hold up, hold up, bitch."
Now, Portia, why would you post me? Why the fuck would you post me, right? But I have a
Twice.
question. Let's talk. Let clarify some things with me. So I see that you have 3 kids under 3, okay? You got 7 kids in total, but you got 3 under 3. And you planned the 7th child, right? And so I went to go look for the baby daddy because I just want to know. I really wanted to get some insight on the situation because you rubbed me the wrong way. And I went on his page and it was very weird. His page was really, really weird, right? And so I found Jaborg and I had searched him up on Google because I wanted to see what type of person he was because he looked like a red flag to me. And so I see that in 2024, 3 under 3, he was charged with 2 counts of domestic violence in the 2nd degree on a pregnant woman. And I'm assuming you were the pregnant woman, right? And so you are really making this point on you going to keep your daughters in a child's play as long as they under your roof. You know, they're going to be wearing the hairstyle you want them. You got this big energy for them, right? And so could your children, your daughters be acting out of school? Because I see you posted that on the internet as well. Could that man be playing a role in the instability of your daughter's behavior and character? Could that be it, right? Right? Could that frustration, that pent up frustration of him not committing to you, him putting his hands on you, his inability to really like just be a man and provide for you, could that be that energy that you're taking out on your daughters? I just want to know. I really, 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 really want to know because you spoke on my business, right? And you posted me and I was never, ever, ever, ever going to post this. But I did do my research because I knew I was right. I knew that it was something weird going on in your household, right? So I just did, right? So you could post my business. I post my business on the internet, but you didn't want the internet to know that. So I really want you to really talk about that on your page. Really talk about that, right? Because I'm really tired of Black women trying to act like the things that they do is normal and then they try to subject their daughters to punishments just simply off of their bad mistakes, right? Could it be that that man is almost 10 years older than you and you said that y'all been together for 18 years, right? And you were young as fuck dealing with a grown ass loser, right? That's putting his hands on you while you're pregnant. Could that be the issue, right? So help me figure it out, all right? Let's have a conversation. Thank you. Now, Portia.
Yeah. Like, don't ever call me a hoe if you got this type of shit going. I call myself a hoe. But bitch, don't you ever in your motherfucking life come up to the internet with no goddamn magnifying glass like you trying to find out, oh, how many kids you didn't kill. Girl, fuck you. You should have killed some. I'm sorry, y'all. That was harsh, but I meant what I said. Cause y'all do know that we're not not allowing children to be born is not killing them, but because y'all have that fallacy, you know what I'm saying? That false equivalency that y'all like to throw out there all the time, I'ma just go along with it and not gonna give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, like, what? To me, it is better to not have them than to bring them into the world and abuse them.
And I want people to understand, I am not trying to tear Portia down, right? I want people to understand that she's building her platform. She has 7 kids, and that means she has a lot of things that she can get popular and go viral from. And so when she's putting her attention and her content on the focus of her children, it has to be positive. It has to be in a light of their intelligence, right? Their hobbies, things that make their day better, okay? She could talk about how she keep her house organized, how her house is so clean with 7 kids, right? How she's able to juggle the task of having 7 kids, going to sports, getting them to school, getting them ready for bedtime, because she does have some shit going on over there in motion, right? We see that, right? We don't want her kids going viral for something negative, right? We don't want this negative spotlight on them. That was the whole point of my first video, right? And so we want to pour into our daughters. And so when we look at people like the McClure twins, where their mother, they've been on the internet since they were little girls, and they have so many opportunities because we only know positive things about them. We don't know anything negative about them. All we know them as is being intelligent, being witty, being sassy, being little girls. They not fast, they not nothing. We don't know these things, and if they were doing something inappropriate or wrong, we shouldn't know those things. That is behind the closed doors. That's it, right? Do I think that woman Portia is a bad mother? Fuck no. Her kids are very well put together. I think that she's actually doing a very good job. But like I said, if someone gives
and see, I would disagree, because to me, your children looking clean and your house being clean don't mean shit to me. And I don't know why everybody feels like the the only option besides the barrettes is a weave or a wig. I don't know why y'all think that's the only option. Like, most of y'all should be millennials. Do y'all want to keep acting like we was in seventh, like what, sixth, seventh, eighth grade wearing barrettes? Y'all want to act like that? If you were probably in a situation where you had a holy roller for, for parents, and that y'all down to the church 4-5 days out the goddamn week, and they trying to enforce puritanical and stay in a child's place and be a little girl and don't want to talk about, y'all know how these people be, bruh. Y'all know how these people be. But ponytails, plaids, braids. And my mama was a hairdresser, so I always had my hair done. Bitch, I always had, curls, a roller wrap, okay? I always had a roller wrap. I don't know what everybody else was doing, but roller wraps are age appropriate. But also, like I said, I had a mama that was a hairstylist, so my hair was getting done on a normal basis. And I know most children, don't have that ability. Most people's mamas aren't hairdressers, so they're not gonna always be getting their hair done. So I don't see the problem with the plaits or the twists, but I do feel like it should be appropriate for their age, but also for them as for them as little people. Like, I understand that you want to make sure people don't think they are older than they are because they are so tall. I get that. But I also feel like, you trying to do the Venus Serena thing, like, because that's what that is. Like, y'all, I think a lot of parents do this to their kids. If their kids are on Front Street or look older than they are, or might be, even
Now,
taller.
Portia, why would you post me?
Taller, a little thicker, then you'll do shit like that to make sure people know that they a child. I get it. But I also feel like putting them, now that we understand what goes on the internet, you're not protecting them by putting them on the internet like that. I was trying to see if I could find this girl's original video.
In the Black community, abuse will thrive because y'all like to ignore red flags. Y'all try to normalize things that are very abnormal. It was never about the hairstyle. It was the context of the hairstyle. It was her saying her daughters were going to stay in a child's place, right? And when she posts her son, she does not post them in that light. She posts them having fun, playing sports with their girlfriends, at dances with their friends. She posts those. But when she posts her daughter, that's not like she posted them in. When you go over to her baby daddy page, he's really, 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 really obsessed with like gospel like content, but he doesn't fit he doesn't fit this narrative. Yes. And when I did my research, it showed that he was a woman beater. He was beating on someone while they were pregnant. I won't even assume.
And yeah, like if somebody said twist, yes, twist, but we were doing twists in high school, but nobody had barrettes on the end of their hair by the time you got in 5th, 6th, 7th, like middle school. Once you got into middle school, I don't know if you're still wearing barrettes like that. That's all I'm saying. Either way, that's not the most important part of the situation. I also feel like you should be like building your children's self-esteem as they're growing up. So stay in a child's place is not building self-esteem to me. It's not. And I don't believe that those kids weren't getting made fun of at school for looking much younger than they are. Even at 11, those hairstyles are hairstyles I would put on a 6, 7, 8, 9, you know what I'm saying? Like 9-year-old kid. By the time y'all get to like middle school, you 5th, 6th, 7, you about to go into middle school. We're going to transition out of that. You know what I'm saying? We'll do buns. Get your little baby hair popping. You know what I'm saying? Like if you still want to do ribbons or little cute shit like that, or even, girl, we'll go retro early 2000s and go find some fucking butterfly clips. Listen. Okay? Listen, I'm not, because there are cute little things, and I do feel like we are missing this like in-between stage. You know what I'm saying? Like we're missing the in-between stage that used to be there. Like there used to be a preteen, like, and even now that we look back on that, that might have been too adult when we were growing up. Some of the shit that they were selling because, they were pedophiles in charge of Limited 2. And I loved me some Limited too. But what I'm saying is like there's a way to do little girls' hair that is still age appropriate, but doesn't have them being made fun of or looking like, like I don't want to say weird, but they do look funny, tall as fuck like that with them little bitty, with them little bitty plaits and barrettes. I would have done some like little buns or something. You know what I'm saying? Some little buns, they baby hair, you know what I'm saying? It just would have been cute, and it would have been age appropriate, but it wouldn't have been that. And that's just me, okay? That lady can do whatever she want to do. That's her children's hair. Like, but there is a undertone. And that's what this lady is talking about. The undertone to what that woman is doing by posting her children on the internet in such a manner where it's like this negative thing.
That it's her, because I see the relationship instability and I see the scornness and the hurt in that woman, right? And she's taking that shit out on those daughters, but y'all are not able to see that because a lot of y'all not even able to relate to no shit like that, right? So a lot of y'all are like, oh, it's not a big deal until those little girls come out and say they were abused. They weren't treated fairly, right? And that man is a red flag, okay? That man is 100% a red motherfucking flag. He's a red flag, okay? And so while she's focusing her content on keeping her daughters in a child's place, what is happening in the household that will take them out of a child's place? If the only thing that you are showing your children is positive things and childlike things, what will make you believe that they are not in a child's place, right? Is it the abuse and the domestic violence that's happening in the household? Okay.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with added hair. I don't think kids should be wearing wigs. And I have seen, some of my ghetto ass New Orleans sisterin with their children with quick weaves. And I'm like, okay, y'all doing too fucking much. Like, y'all need to keep chemicals. Like, and I'm saying chemicals like I ain't get a perm at like 7 or some shit. But like, y'all should keep that shit away from y'all kids. Like, first of all of the wigs, y'all gonna fuck up their hairline. Stop it. Stop it. Okay? I don't think they need nothing like that. Also, if they like, depending on the style you do it in, I don't see anything wrong with a sew-in. I had a sew-in at like 14, maybe 13, 14. I might have had my first sew-in. And it was still cute, girl, because it was just about length and the texture. I wanted to, this is back when weaves is just not getting as good, right? So I had a Brazilian. I want a Brazilian curly or some shit like that, and the curly hair was still age appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the way you style it. And I don't think I ever looked that much older than I was.
So are we being performative for the internet and there's actually things happening in the household that would create for your children to be above their maturity level?
I don't think it's something that we should be policing, but I don't think we're policing it. I don't think anybody's like, girl, get them fucking barrettes out them children. Nobody's saying that. For the most part, I think that it's more so, like I said, it's the undertone. It's the other shit that she's saying around it. It's the way she's exploiting them. Like, it's other shit. It's not just the barrette part
that they're supposed to be at, right? So I think that I'm the only person sitting here that's actually kind of thinking about this, right? But I know that they were trying to hide that baby daddy's his identity with reason, right? So how about we just delete him off social media and he don't deserve no one's support and stop posting that bitch ass nigga on the internet when you know he be whooping people ass while they're pregnant. And why did you plan a baby, your 7th baby, with him after he was charged with 2 counts of second-degree domestic violence on a pregnant woman, right? And so your baby, you was just pregnant before this baby, before you just had.
And that's what I was going to say, is given you are trying to make your children look extremely young because you don't want them to
Now,
be
Portia,
a turn on to that weird ass nigga that you with. Because religious niggas be on the same shit as far as I'm concerned. Like, they all, not all of them, but for the most part, like, a religious nigga is going to be somewhere, trying to act like he don't want to fuck your kids. Let's see. Is this
I hear the Lord say, I'm so proud of you. You made it. You made it. You made it. You made it.
That's the baby daddy? Mm. 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 What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Will you make me feel so real? So I don't know why that song just came to my mind. What am I supposed to do?
Right down here in Alabama. We don't know if we want to be hot, cold, winter, fall, summer.
Oh yeah, Alabama. Okay. Okay, highly likely, highly
Happy
likely.
birthday to the man I've been loving since I was 16 years old. To the man that I can always call and depend on. And yes, we are still going strong. But that's
16?
another story for another day. And if y'all want to hear our love story, drop us some red hearts. Anyways, we went out to First Watch. This was our first time going there for breakfast.
Girl, let me get off this motherfucking song. Since you was 16, how old is he?
Hey, lovely people. Y'all know I like to get my
Yes,
morning.
this what it was. 37-year-old mom of 7. Bitch, we the same age. Oh, girl, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do when I'm hung up on you? I'm sorry. Girl, what?
Started with prayer as the 4 oldest head out to school this morning. I love to plead the blood of Jesus over the bus drivers, everyone in the transportation department, and all the teachers and staff and faculty members in the school system. This morning is going to be busy, and I'm truly looking for balance these days because I've just been diagnosed. Well, my 3-year-old has just been diagnosed with autism, and it was like diagnosing me with autism because he is me.
Girl,
And
you probably do have autism and just don't fucking know. Girl, we too old. They didn't test us. Oh my God, I can't sing, but I can praise him. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Rise and shine, lovely people. Today is the day that the Lord has made, so let us rejoice and be glad in it. Hallelujah. Salvation and glory, honor.
Okay, we gotta see. That's cute. I like that. Yeah, that's real cute. So you don't always put them weird ass little barrettes on them girls' head. Oh, sorry, y'all. I gotta stop laughing. But it's like, oh, sorry, y'all. Sometimes country bitches be a little goofy. Just sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Give a sweet tea vibe. Told them to dance if they wanted Chick-fil-A. Okay, yeah. Child, I'm sure need to be playing basketball. What the hell is going on? Some tall ass children. Girl, you dad them children playing basketball, girl. Okay, get them down there to the basketball. Get them into a sport. Look like some track girls right there. So yeah, y'all, her whole page is about being a mother and saved and sanctified.
What'd he say?
Right? When you don't respond to evil and praise God in real life. Yes, Lord. Okay, because listen, we love the Lord.
Rise and shine, beautiful people. I hope everyone is having a blessed day this far. And
It's an aesthetic, bitch. It's a church lady aesthetic. Wood doors. I'm sorry. It's an aesthetic. Do y'all see this picture behind her? Do y'all see that girl? What store is that the church ladies go to and they all have the same live, laugh, love shit all over their house and in the bathrooms? Just overly decorated with real cheap shit. Okay, went down to the dollar store. Okay, got us some good little artwork on the wall. Okay, I ain't getting bullied. You don't get bullied from this lady? You must have just got here. She was bullying this lady. Hold up. Look, 1 Corinthians 1. Girl, listen, let me tell y'all something. I don't care what nobody talking about when y'all be putting Bible verses and shit. And I know some of y'all are not crazy, right? So y'all might put a Bible verse and it's not like, on no crazy shit. But the rest of y'all, when y'all be putting Bible verses all over the place, I'm like, oh, so you trying to get saved from being a hoe. That's what I automatically think. Okay? They're so cute. They are so cute. I also I'm gonna leave it alone, but I don't like when y'all make twins dress the same all the time. I don't like when y'all do that. Like, let them little children have some individuality. It is given, they're young, so I'm gonna keep them in a child's place, which means I'm gonna stunt their growth. I'm gonna stunt their growth because I think that's gonna protect them. Now, I don't see anything else problematic besides how much she putting her children all over Front Street like this and, the church thing. And I'm going to play another video for y'all so that I can explain why the church thing, I mean, y'all know why. Y'all are my people. Y'all know why the church thing creeps me out. But I did see a video that I wanted to play for y'all that is a little like this. Not the same situation, but about religion. Because that's the part of this that I think causes the issue. So I'm going to let this white lady talk to y'all. Okay? She one of my favorite TikTokers that speaks on deconstructing religion. She's a theologian. This is somebody that's been to school. Like, I tell you all the time about how the more people get educated on church and religion, like they go to school to study it, they study theology, it usually leads them to deconstructing. It usually leads them to realizing something ain't quite right. It can't be like this. I got to figure out another way because they be lying. You know what I'm saying? People in the church be lying. And then when you actually go and look it up for yourself and start doing research on, historical shit, it gets real muddy. But I love people who have taken that route because I was similar. Everybody think that, I got here, oh, you just don't believe or da-da-da. Bitch, I went to church every other day like everybody else. I was in a choir. I was a liturgical dancer. I was in the plays down to the church. My mama was in a choir. My daddy was involved in the auxiliary in the business of the church, in the school, in everything. Okay, almost every school I went to was a religious school. Lutheran, Catholic, the whole nine. Okay, I grew up all in the shit and it never made sense. And so I was always extremely interested. And so I was always trying to make it make sense. So I read a lot of books about it. I actually was interested in religion within itself, which leads me to where I am now, deconstructed from that shit and realizing it's a control mechanism. And I'm not going to argue with other people because I think everybody's shit is individualistic. Your spiritual, journey, everything is individualistic. You know what I'm saying? Your road is your road. But the way we assign Christianity or any male-centered religion to everybody is dangerous. This white lady is going to explain why. Calling her this white lady.
What is psychologically and religiously going on with the women who find themselves protecting very powerful, very problematic men? Now, we know psychologically...
Now, think about the lady with the church lady and the man. And how these men, be in the church and the women, oh God sent me a good man. We all in the church. And then men use the Bible to control the minds of women. For instance, I'll just give y'all a moment. Y'all remember on Bell Collective when Latrice and Cliff was in the bed and he was using the Bible to try to coerce sex out of her? Y'all remember that? Okay.
In general, that when people experience threat or chaos or uncertainty, that they gravitate towards very strong leadership, punitive justice, very black and white moral certainty, and clear hierarchy. And that's true of most neurotypical humans. Now, what Christianity does on top of that is...
I'm not neurotypical.
Teaches you that God is male and sovereign and all-powerful and punishing, and that the safest place to be is under the umbrella of protection under that God. And what this does for women who are raised in Christianity is that it encodes in your psychology very early on that the strong father protector is the person you are most safe with.
That right there, that part, the religion makes you think that your, abusive, strong, protective father is the safest place for you to be. When you actually grow up and look at it, nope. Was not safe at all. Was not a safe motherfucker. Okay? You are hyper aware right now of abusive men because the nigga was not safe.
So the women who wear cross necklaces and find themselves standing in front of Trump and other powerful men or Epstein file men in order to protect them. From the outside, that seems like a very precarious place to stand as a woman. However, when we get down into their nervous system, these women truly feel like regulated, nervous system regulated by finding themselves in that position. And one of the reasons for that, there's many other reasons too, but one of the reasons for that is because Christianity coded into them very early on that yes, God is scary and can send floods and punish people, but the safest place to be is on the side of God. Now, when the women who protect patriarchal systems get discarded, three things can happen psychologically.
And they always get discarded. They always get discarded.
is just they double down and they intensify their loyalty. And Christianity is going to give them a lot of language to do this because there's always this idea that you are being persecuted for
Nicki
Christ's sake.
Minaj. Nicki Minaj. They're persecuting the Christians.
The second option is just they redirect that allegiance to the new male strong figure, because even though maybe their loyalty to a certain person has failed, that nervous system thing is already in place and they're just looking for the next strong male authority to be able to be loyal to. And the least common, which is unfortunate, but the least common psychological response for when these women are discarded by the very system that they're trying to protect is that they'll deconstruct the hierarchy, which is the least common, but the most psychologically transformative. Because admitting betrayal means that you're going to have to admit that the system is unsafe, that your judgment is wrong, that you may have actually caused harm in others. It's an identity collapse. I mean, there's a lot of psychological things going on that the brain is going to try to avoid. And this is one of the reasons that Christianity is more dangerous than it seems at surface level, because it is encoding, especially to little girls, that the safest you will feel is under the umbrella of this very old, scary Old Testament God and very problematic, powerful, authoritarian men. And when you encode that in your nervous system, before you're even rational, it can drive behavior for the rest of your life. What is...
So... I know she said a lot there, but the basis of what she is saying is that Christianity, male, God religions, because they are imparted so very early on young girls, what it does to their psyche about where they find safety and protection is usually in the hands of unsafe, harmful people. They will be harmed, they will be discarded, and they will still be trying to find somebody to hold on tight to, just looking for a strong man, Savannah girl, to hold on to. Okay? And when you look at that woman that we just talked about and her relationship with whoever that fucking man is that she been with since she was 16, 7 children, and 2 children that might be getting, older, and you just want to make sure that they stay small. Why? What are you trying to protect them from while exploiting them on the internet to people that otherwise would not have access to your children? And that's always so interesting to me because the religion is always there, right? This religiosity is there. But the religiosity does nothing in comparison to the money aspect. Because to me, y'all being all swept in the blood of Jesus should mean that money should not be, so important. Meaning that if something is harmful to my children, but I make money off of it, me being Christ-like should mean that I'll find another way to make money before I put my children in harm's way in order to make money. That's what you would think Christianity would tell somebody, but no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's very, very weird. Anyway, y'all, let's go on to the next thing. But I did want to talk about that because I was just like, it's not necessarily about the barrettes. It's the energy of the whole thing. Like the energy of the whole thing. The whole thing, girl. Yuck. All right, let's move on. I don't know why the comedians are like apologizing for every fucking thing. But before we get into Sissy Nobi, because that's about to be a violent situation, I need us to be on here for a little longer. It's 897 of y'all in the room. I would love if you guys would like the video. I would love if you guys would, hype me up, share, do the things, girl. Okay? It won't hurt you. All right? So, Deion Cole did this at the NAACP Awards. Deion Cole praised for Nicki Minaj during the NAACP Image Awards. Lord, we want you to bless our sister Nicki Minaj. I believe whatever's in her ass is affecting her brain. We bind that spirit in her ass, okay? And to me, it was funny. And I hope he doesn't apologize, okay? But then, we're going to get in some more NAACP stuff. Tasha posted this urgent message to the Harris family and their dwarf-looking sons. Fresh on my desk from sources connected. Oh, wait, no, this not it. Is this it? No, this not it. I'm sorry. This not the one. But I saved that one because they said somebody working on a documentary for T.I. and them. I was like, okay, great, girl. I love all this documentary content. Just make sure it's actual factuals, bitch. Don't get up here lying. Okay, where's the other post, girl? Because she posted something. There you go. No, this T.S. Madison. God damn it. I guess I didn't save it, but Tasha posted something going off about them using the NAACP stage to speak out, to say something against a black woman and all that shit. Cause y'all know she be super hype over Onika, and I don't know why. I would tell y'all, girl, I don't know why. I don't understand.
The Nicki Minaj, Lord, yes. She's been going through a lot lately, Lord. It hasn't been herself, Lord. I believe whatever's in her ass is affecting her brain, Lord. Take it out of her ass, Lord. We bind that spirit in her ass, Lord.
I love Deion Cole. Y'all do need to bind that spirit that's in her ass. Y'all do. I'm sorry. Anytime you think you can get your black ass up there with them ignorant, racist ass white people and do what the fuck you was up there doing. Nicki Minaj dropped by lawyer in $10 million lawsuit over communication breakdown. Claims she's been ignoring text and emails for months. I wonder why. I wonder what's going on over there, girl. The rapper has been dropped by one of the lawyers representing her in a lawsuit after what the attorney described as a communication breakdown. According to court documents filed by attorney Matthew Abbott and obtained by TMZ, the legal team he works for has not been able to reach the rapper in months as she faces a $10 million lawsuit brought by a fan named Tamir Peak. She always trying to ignore these things until somebody try to get her house taken from her. And then she won't pay attention. Girl, you got to stay on top of when y'all be fucking over people. Abbott filed papers asking a judge to allow him to withdraw from the case, explaining that neither he nor his management company has heard from Nicki Minaj despite reaching out several times via text and email. Reportedly, Nicki's previous attorney, Judd Bernstein, abruptly withdrew from representing her last year. The judge has not yet ruled on Abbott's motion through a deadline was set for Nicki to respond. So we'll see how that all turns out. But it seems like to me, you go and meet with them people and you're doing all of that weird shit that you're doing. And it's not really helping because you're not paying attention to nothing you need to be paying attention to, girl. You're not even communicating with your lawyers. Let me see. What else, y'all? Because there was something else that I thought I had saved. Where's the Mike Epps thing? That's what I wanted to go to next. Girl, Tasha was so mad they talked about her queen, girl. It's so weird. Oh my God, don't be mad at me, Tasha, but it's so weird the way you act about that lady. I swear for God. It's so weird. Ugh. I mean, well, shit, why are we talking about Tasha before? Because I know I wanted to go next to that Mike Epps situation, but I can't seem to locate it at this current juncture. And I am unclear on, no, here it go. Okay, so we'll go to that right after. All right, girl, let me get the one that they picked the good picture of Tasha. Okay. So Cardi B asked judge to have Tasha K appear in court for examination of her finances after original $4 million defamation judgment. According to TMZ, the rapper has submitted a request for Tasha K to show up in court for a deep dive into her finances. She wants to see tax returns and hard documents detailing what Tasha is raking in from YouTube and other social media platforms. As we've previously reported, Cardi won a $3.9 million judgment when she went after Tasha for defamation. However, Tasha filed for bankruptcy, which rerouted things. A plan was created to pay Cardi $1.2 million over the span of 5 years, with Tasha ordered to file quarterly reports of her income. There was also a disparagement clause noting that Tasha couldn't make any derogatory or defamatory marks about Cardi or her family. Now Cardi and Tasha have had a recent spat with both ladies hopping on X Spaces, going in amid Stefan Diggs' drama. The rapper made it very clear that she'll be coming for Tasha and believes she's hiding money somewhere. I'm sure. Y'all gonna keep trying. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to get it, but y'all gonna keep trying. Okay, so here go Mike Epps. Mike Epps gets last laugh after facing backlash for jokingly saying he rescinded offer to help homeless family find shelter. Okay, man, my conscience was killing me. So Brother Mob said I gotta make it up to the homeless community. I put a Benz in my name. Donnell Rawlins is a damn fool for laughing purposes only. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck going on. Yeah, the person that keeps saying my volume is low, it's you, babe. It's not me.
Yeah, Mike, there's your chance. Fix that fucked up shit you said about that homeless family.
Ask him what he need.
What you need. And please don't say $500.
Please don't say $500.
$2,500.
$2,500? Man, you crazy.
Y'all could have got Brorilla to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You gotta do it.
I gotta do it?
You got to do it.
$2,500.
Get in the car. Come on, get in the car.
So you want to get a hotel?
I don't need no hoe to tell nothing.
So what you need?
$2,500.
Get the...
I need 40 ounces of lotion, spicy hot chicken sandwich, 401k plan,
Huh?
trust fund, and a big body Benz.
A Benz?
You gotta do it.
Damn. Let's go to the lot.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on...
When you fool, you
Shame
can't
on
get
you.
fooled again.
If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired of apologizing. I'm a fuck.
Nobody told you to apologize to Nicki Minaj for saying she was getting fucked by MAGA. Nobody told you to apologize for that.
Comedian. I crack jokes.
Then stop apologizing.
Everything I say is not to be analyzed and put on blogs like I'm a bad person.
Oh, you are a bad person, but stop it.
I crack jokes.
And I'm going to say you're a bad person because I'm old enough to just recall how many times your ass has been on the internet acting like a bad person, sir.
It's funny. I'm a comedian.
Actually, that last skit was not that funny. It's not that funny. Like, I don't know.
This shit is exhausting. Fuck off, man. The shit was a joke. It wasn't even a real story. It was a joke.
Y'all niggas is so soft. Y'all generation is so soft. Like, y'all can't deal with these people making these comments about y'all. You can't just ignore them.
I didn't want to be too serious, so I made it a joke. No, I didn't fucking leave a homeless family out on the street. Did I meet a homeless family and help them? Yeah, hell yeah, I helped them. Did I crack a joke and make a joke out of it at the end? Yeah, I made it funny. Damn.
Did you make it funny? I wish they would have posted it so I could have saw the original
I'm a comedian, comic.
Y'all, yeah, but y'all not funny no more. Like, we didn't realize that, y'all think being funny is like, punching down, like making the most obvious joke. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, oh, you're fat. Oh, you're gay. Oh, you're a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make the same jokes over and over and over again. Shit don't be funny after a while. It's like, damn, you ain't got no new material, nigga. It be the same shit. I'm trying to see if I can find the original. But yeah, I see y'all down in the comments talking about Tasha and that money and all of that. Listen, I'm gonna mind my business about that situation because ultimately I feel like it was always the shit was always like a battle. It was always y'all who was beefed out.
Psychological.
Tasha don't like Cardi B because of whatever reason she don't like Cardi B. Cardi B don't like Tasha because, bitch, you lied on me and I told you to take it down and you didn't. And I sued you and you drug it. And everybody dragging it to hell and you keep playing with me about my money, okay? I know somebody, oh, if she really wanted her money, it would have got paid by now. Oh, okay. Sure. Sure. Let's see. What was I about to look for? Mike Epps homeless. Let's see if we can find the original. I want to see the original. Because that wasn't that funny, y'all. I'm so fucking sorry. That wasn't that funny. Where's the original?
I just seen a dude, I swear to God, this is 2 days ago, yesterday, 2 days ago. I just seen a brother walking down Sepulveda
And see,
in Manhattan Beach.
And another thing, like Mike Epps, this is the type of shit that niggas do when they didn't spend most of their life being a terrible person to everybody. They know they're getting close to death. So now they want to start doing nice shit for random people, but it's hard because they still an asshole.
He had a suitcase and his 2 kids and his wife. And they was walking and the wife had a bag and the 2 kids was walking. And I did a U-turn and I rolled up on and I said, "What's up, man?" And he said, "Oh, Mike Epps, man." I said, "Where you from, brother?"
What lie? Cold sore, trust me. Okay, the lie, there were many things. I don't feel like going through this. She did post the interview and some of the stuff was a lie. Like, it is what it is. She wouldn't have got sued if that wasn't the case.
He said, "Man, I'm from Buffalo, New York." I said, "What happened?" He said, "Man, I had to explain it to you. I'm down on my luck, man. Me and my family ain't got no place to stay, ain't got no food, nothing." I said, "Where was you going?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I was hoping that something like this happened." He said, "Usually I run into people to help me." So they got in the truck and I said, "Well, you got a hotel or something?" He said, "Yeah, it's a joint on Marine called Something Sweets is where we trying to go." And I took him down to the hotel and I went in there. I asked the lady how much the rooms was. She said the rooms $500 a night. So I went and told the dude, I said, "Man, it look like y'all gonna have to keep walking from this room. It's $500 a night." I said, "What I could do is pray for y'all." They had some type of convention or something with it. Whatever. I told them, "Look here." The kids was looking at me like, "Yeah." I said, "Kids, I'm sorry." I said, "Y'all's daddy gonna have to do better."
Agreed.
I said, "I want to feel bad for you and the mother, but the daddy seemed like," because you know what the daddy started saying to me? "I got a business that I'm trying to jump up." He said, "I don't want to work for no more white people." I'm looking at him like, you need to work for any motherfucking body that you could get. I went on a book to Rome for one night, and I gave him $300. But the daddy was on some bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, I start thinking to myself, there's nothing I can do to help.
Yeah.
Because this daddy's on some bullshit.
Yeah, it's mine.
I seen the comment in it. As soon as I got there, I said, "No."
I was just
You
seeing
should have recognized it immediately. Yeah, I don't know why anybody would be mad about this. The only thing is, I guess, because we're in such fucked up times and you realize that people being homeless or people not being able to make it financially is not really always their fault. Because it's a system. Like, this system is set up in order to keep people poor, to keep people broke. That's why they don't want to raise minimum wage. That's why they bust up unions. You know what I mean? Like, that's why they want they make workplaces in corporate America about who can withstand the most psychological abuse. Like, that's really what a lot of jobs end up being. Not really about getting whatever the job done is, but about dealing with people in the workplace and all of the power plays and games and bullshit. That's one of the reasons why I had to it wasn't that I didn't enjoy working at the news station. Like, I enjoyed my job. I'd always chose something that I was gonna enjoy because I like to create. I like television. I like film. I like being creative. It was always gonna be, something I could do. But the way they wanted to make me do busy work, the way they wanted to always ask me to do some shit, as if there weren't other people they could ask. And then when I did a great job, I was never given the same amount of credit or acknowledgement as other people because being Black, being a woman, and not being somebody that you can punk easily means you have a target on your back. And a lot of times Black men can't keep jobs that Black women can keep because they don't have the prestigious fortitude to withstand the psychological abuse and the microaggressions and all of that. They're not strong enough, to be clear. I'm sorry, but you're not strong enough. That's why a lot of them niggas can't keep jobs. Women are, again, from childhood, usually brought up to be able to submit and do what they got to do to get by. You know what I mean? These niggas probably are drunk. Child, I be drunk whenever we do a podcast. Okay. But yeah, I got the story. It just wasn't that serious. I think people might be blowing this one out of proportion a little bit. And I don't think he needed to apologize. Stop apologizing for shit. Mike, stand in it. Stand in it, nigga. Apologizing all the goddamn time. Yeah, this shit went viral. Everybody talking about it. They either laughing or they talk, and I'm just like, it ain't even that fucking funny to me. Oh, I'm gonna try to help you. Oh, that's too much. I can't help you. Like, that's funny? Okay. Come on now. It just, like, like you wouldn't get a real laugh from me out of that. You would have got the fake laugh, girl. You wasn't gonna get the real laugh out of me for that. Like, that wasn't that funny. I'm sorry, to me. To me. Okay? But also, meanwhile, girl, do we really want to get into it? Listen, hold up. First of all, I'm trying to see where I want to go, y'all, because I did want to talk about the NAACP Awards because they, had some kickback from the BAFTA situation. So it's really just an update, right? Because we got to show Black people some love after what happened, with the BAFTA. Okay, so one of our favorites, Regina Hall. Another thing, they said Regina Hall looked like she is not fucking with Tiana Taylor. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I'm gonna see if I can find a clip. But did y'all hear anything about Regina Hall not liking Tiana Taylor?
Also, to just take a moment to the two kings who are in this audience and just send you so much love for your class, and that is Michael B. Jordan and
Delroy Lindo, bitch.
And Delroy Lindo.
Thank you.
That's so sweet. Because some people didn't feel like standing up, and then other people had, and they felt guilty, like Sterling was like, damn. It's always hard because women got dresses on, and we be like, shit. Like, also.
That was nice. You know what I'm saying? That was nice. The NAACP Awards was a show, girl. Look at Kiki.
Kiki, right over here, Kiki.
4 + 4 = 8. Right over here. Easy.
And Kiki right here, please. The front right here.
Yes, Kiki.
One more over here. And Palmer, one more time right here. And Kiki right here. Okay.
Thank you, Kiki.
Kiki was modeling down. Modeling down. Child, let's see. All right, Chloe. Big fine. All right, Nelly. Cute. Holly. Everybody's cute. Those are the two ones I saved, girl. We'll be talking more about those looks and more things from the NAACP Awards, for looks and shit. We're going to get into that for the Ooh Ladies First panel. Okay? Now, let's get into Sissy Nobi, shall we? Girl, And see, I feel like I was telling y'all not too long ago that I had to unfollow Sissy Nobi because he posts violent shit that I'm like, I don't want to see this, sir. I don't want to see this violent shit on my timeline. Like, New Orleans people are very violent people, and this is why I stay inside and I mind my business, because I don't want to be rolling around on the ground. I don't want to be tussling with anybody. I'm a, believer in, hmm, stand your ground. I'm not fighting anybody. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not threatening to whip your ass, and if you threaten to whip my ass, I'm gonna call the police. Okay? Because I feel threatened. But I just want to be clear. So Sissy Nobi is one of our dear, dear old school bounce artists. Okay. Sissy Nobi has a bunch of songs that all of the girls love. Okay. And the main one is My Heart for Him, My Love for Him. I'm not worried about the rest of them. You hoes think you can have them like I can have them. You hoes try to grab them. Okay. My fucking trade. Girl, it's a New Orleans bounce artist, but he got beat up real bad, y'all. And Sissy Nobi done already, and I'm not showing y'all the video because it was too much. It was too much. Like, it was buku people. They was beating him all in the head and shit. He already got a glass eye. He already, didn't had a stroke. Like, he just, shit didn't already happen to Nobby, and Nobby has just now been getting like a lot of his flowers and such things in recent years, right? And girl, but y'all know I stay out of the New Orleans people business. Cause like, again, like I'm not tussling with you niggas. I'm not tussling with you niggas, right? I stay out of it because I just don't, girl, no. Mm-mm. They be sending me local tea and I just be like, oh yeah, that's what's going on. Send it to somebody else. Love of my life, my soulmate. You're my best friend. Part of me like breathing. Not half of me is the don't know anything at all. Who am I to say you love me? Oh, girl. Okay. This was after he got jumped.
When we can't see, J-Rock, all you bitches, I'm gonna fuck all you hoes. Y'all jump me, but bitch, I guarantee you, I put this on guard. You hoes ain't gonna make it to see you next day, bitch. I'm out there. Y'all always jump me and got me with this up. Bitch, come see me wherever I be at. I'm gonna fuck all you bitches. You dick sucking, stinky pussy bitches. Fuck you, fuck KT, fucking mama, for everybody. What's up? I'm about this shit. Y'all wanna play me? Y'all wanna jump me, bitch? Let's go. Let's go about that night. Y'all wanna jump me, bitch? Let's go, bitch. Let's go.
It already happened, Nobby. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to, because it was terrible, y'all. It was really, y'all see it. It was terrible.
Y'all about that life. Y'all want to tell me, bitch? Y'all want so fucking scare me, bitch? I'm going to show you. I'm going to beat every bitch that we can't see. J-Rock, all you bitches. I'm going to fuck all you hoes. Y'all jump me, but bitch, I guarantee you. I put this on guard. You hoes ain't going to make it to see you next day, bitch.
So, yeah, y'all. Hold up. Let me see. Oh my God. Hold up. I was trying to see, cause girl,
I'm gonna be.
I ain't want to show you, but y'all. Okay, hold up. They kicking them like it's too much, y'all. It's too much. That's what I'm saying. I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. This shit too much for me. Listen, I don't do all that. Cause see, all of that, I would just rather you shoot at me. Like, bitch, don't be like kicking me all in the head and shit. So, and yeah, and also like Sissy Nobi is like what, 40, 50 something years old now. Like, we're old, bitch. Nobody should be in his 50s. Like, ain't nobody 50 should be rolling around on no motherfucking ground. They said the iconic and well-beloved New Orleans bounce artist Sissy Nobi is facing a rough week. After being jumped earlier this week, Nobby was arrested on March 2nd, facing multiple charges, including DUI, driving with a suspended license, open alcohol container, no seatbelt, obstructing public passages, and a fugitive warrant. Most charges came with no bond. The city watches as one of Bounce's biggest names navigates a storm of legal troubles. And this is the thing that everybody needs to understand. What you put in is what you get out. The life that you live, the people you around, how you move, that's the tornado you create. And I'm not saying he deserved what happened to him because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what happened prior because people were saying that he did something, but then other people was like, then people was harassing him. I don't know what's going on. I don't think anybody deserves to get jumped like that, okay? If they ain't touch no fucking kids, bitch, I don't know why y'all was doing all that. That's way too much. It was way too much, bitch, and I ain't even show y'all all of it, okay? But what I do know is Sissy Nobi, to me, has always been like a violent motherfucker. Everybody in New Orleans be on that shit. And I just kind of, he is 42 years old. Bitch, I know you motherfucking lying. I thought that Sissy Nobi was way older than me. He can't be just 42. Let me see. They ain't got his age on his paperwork. But I'm going to just say this. People be out here living real, like, reckless lives. People be reckless. They don't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I'm saying? They live reckless, messy-ass lives. And another thing is they don't see anything wrong with just fighting and being, like, violent. They don't see anything wrong with it. I unfollowed him specifically because he posted something. I don't know if y'all remember because I talked to y'all about it. Like, it was something I talked about the day that I unfollowed him. The day I unfollowed him, it was because he posted something of a girl getting hit or some shit like that. And I was just like, okay, I can't follow you if this is the type of shit you think funny, right? The girl hit him first and he mushed her. After that, they jumped him. Yeah. Yeah. I can see 42. I thought he was in his 50s, y'all, because I thought that when I was a kid, it just used to seem like Nobby, Chev off the Ave, Frida, and Katie Red were all like closer to like 50 at this point. That's what I thought because I'm almost 40 and I always thought they was at least like 8 to 10 years older than me. So I don't know how, because I was a kid when they were coming out with some of these songs, like mid, 11, 12, 13, 14. 83. So that would mean, girl, what? I thought he was older than that, y'all. Niggas be out here in New Orleans living hard lives. I blame y'all mamas and y'all daddies. That's who I blame. But another thing is people be undiagnosed. That's another thing I feel. Like a lot of people out here in New Orleans be walking around with mental issues that they need to be on medication or in somebody's hospital for. But because they parents never had the money, and a lot of people develop a mindset of, oh, you are right. And so what they do is they self-medicate. They do drugs, they drink, they act a fucking fool out here in these streets. And, it is what it is. But a lot of it is people being mentally unwell and never getting the help that they need and being, groomed in a very violent area. Like New Orleans is just very violent. This is true. And I feel like we all know Nobby don't really take good care of himself. Like, not for real. Thank you, T. Davis. Thank you for the super chat and for the compliment, boo. You can't fight with a bad hip. And see, that's what I'm saying. I thought he was in his 50s. I'm sorry, I did not know that sir was born in 1983. It was more so given, 1980, 1979. Okay, hold on. How old am I? I'm about to be 38. And then, so that he would be 42. How come nobody isn't helping him? Didn't he have a stroke? I don't know why ain't nobody helping. I feel like people was trying, but it was so many of them. It was hard to break that shit up. But people were trying. But it was just, and another thing is like people don't like to get involved in fights because in New Orleans, when people be fighting, if you try to break it up, they'll start hitting you. Yeah, I'm 43 and absolutely thought they were older than me. Girl, when we was growing up, I thought they was way older than us. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, y'all, I hope Nobby gonna be okay because it was a lot. It was a lot. And maybe he need to be in jail right now so he could sit down and calm down. But there is a level of it's not that I don't want us to care about each other. I just often feel like New Orleans people be full of shit, right? Because niggas be violent and reckless and acting a fool, and then they get hurt because of the energy that they generate. And then everybody be like, oh my God, we have got to uplift him in prayer. Like, y'all be on all of that same ignorant ass shit. I don't know. Like, I don't know, y'all. I'm praying for him and shit. But at the same time, sometimes it feels like y'all are always ignoring like bad behavior. And then when people end up getting caught up in the consequences of their bad behavior, then, you know, not everybody want to, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what I mean? Because it's not like I'm trying to, because I don't know exactly what happened, but I just know the type of energy them niggas be having. And it be violent. The energy be violent, bitch. And I just, you know, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Anytime, like humbuggish. I don't know how else to say it, but like there is like a, you know, people in New Orleans that are hella humbuggish, hella problematic, hella mean girl type shit. You know what I mean? Like, I be leaving y'all alone because in New Orleans, once you get a name for yourself, it doesn't matter if you, and I'm not saying this about Nobby, but just in general, like if you famous, it don't matter if you an ain't shit ass person. People in New Orleans gonna uplift you anyway. It don't matter, girl. Now, they was mad at me. They was mad at me on the internet, y'all, because I was talking about how skinny everybody looked and how I felt like it looked weird. And so I got like a little video for y'all from TikTok to look at not just Kelly Osbourne, but to see the difference. And I just kind of feel like, I don't know why. No, for real. Because of what happened with Messy Maya, I have always been very conscious of the fact that I know where I'm from and where I live. And I know how niggas move. And I'm one of them people that fly below the radar on purpose. You know what I mean? People will sometimes be like, you know, with me. And I'm just like, girl, I don't give a fuck. If I'm out, I'm out. What's up? Don't speak. Whatever, bitch. Don't care. If I'm outside, bitch, I'm outside. Okay? I enjoy my own motherfucking company outside. He was just on Buck web series, so I thought then, yeah, because something happened with 10 Wall Buck, and then Keith Carroll, girl, it's a whole bunch of New Orleans mess that be going on that I don't be knowing nothing about, and I try to stay away from. And just because I feel like I'm going to be real with y'all, shit be low vibrational. I don't know how else to say it. Shit be low vibrational. It don't feel safe. I don't like being around unsafe people. I don't like being involved in nothing that niggas be having going on because it's always some weird ass shit. Niggas is grimy. Niggas is fugazi. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is like low key haterish as fucking shit. Be acting like everybody cool, but then snaky and grimy as fuck. Like I've just experienced a lot of things growing up here that let me know that you ain't gonna never see me with more than a couple of people if they not my family because. And I love y'all for real, but girl, enough is enough. But yeah, let's get into it. So apparently everybody is lying. Kelly keeps saying she not on Ozempic. I don't believe her. Anybody that's been holding on to a little bit of weight their entire lives and then one day we see them and now they the skinny person that they always wanted to be, you did Ozempic, bitch. Kelly says she didn't, but she also says that if you do it, it's great. It's fine. To me, Ozempic is a part of diet culture, right? Diet culture meaning that always in a mindset, I need to be smaller. I need to make sure that I'm on top of being smaller, that I'm in shape. I need to, and it's about how you look. It's about not being treated like shit by other people, right? It's about being, seen as beautiful and being wanted in a certain capacity. And I get it. Like I'm a woman and I'm a woman 5'3", 150 pounds and some change. And, I'm short. And the shit don't always look how I be wanting it to look. And I be like, ugh. But then people be like, girl, your body T. And I be like, I don't see it. And I be like, oh, I have body dysmorphia. So I'm not trying to judge people or make them villains, but we're gonna have these conversations, y'all. I don't care, not Kelly on Met. We're going to have conversations when people look way too thin. Because I feel like that is way more problematic than the way y'all act like people being fat is problematic. Y'all really act like people just being fat is a promotion that we don't need to care about our bodies. Like telling women to love their body regardless to what stage they're in body positivity, so you're okay with them being obese. Bitch, what is obese? Because if y'all testing it by white men standards, then I don't want to hear anything about what it means to be obese from you. Okay? But what I am gonna say is hoes want to be too thin. That's what I am gonna say. Across the world and just in general, I don't know why we all want to be so thin, but I would like to remind y'all that people want y'all to be thin, so it's easier to pick your ass up and throw you in the back of a car. Now let's look at some people. What the fuck? You see? Do y'all see? And y'all, Jenna Ortega, y'all, this is my motherfucking girl. I don't know this lady, but I fucking love Jenna Ortega, okay? Anything she in, I'ma watch. There's some people I just like that. What did she do? What did you do, Jenna? First of all, she got rid of her eyebrows. But she don't look that much smaller, but it is something like a gauntness. There's a gauntness that's going on. Everybody's heroin chic. Everybody wants to look like they're on dope. Like Christina Aguilera looks so good in that she looked so good before. And that's another thing. Some people don't look better thin. They look older. Oh, and this is another one. Miss Girl over here in the whole cast of Wicked. Yeah, all y'all hoes make my nerves bad. I don't know what's going on. And listen, y'all know we're not talking about people that are naturally thin, right? None of these people that we're talking about are naturally thin. We know that, right? Like every single person we're talking, that's why we're showing you before and afters. Girl. Wow. Oh my God, y'all, look at Selena. And now, if you peek into look maxing community, they take a lot of different drugs. I think Ozempic is highly would cover. The cheekbones are giving medical grade hard drugs. My God, on today. I'll do it. Give me a second. I hear about looks maxing. I just didn't know it was, like that. I know it's optimizing your look. Let me see. You're so good at looks maxing and everyone thinks you did surgery. Is that everybody doing meth? Is that what it is? Because I heard about that one guy. Hold up. I just want to see. Because I don't even know, girl. Let me see what this video says. Let's look together. Let's do this together.
All this looks maxing from scratch. I would never use these 3 methods. Number 1, the UUDD method. The point of this is basically to get the hunter eyes or whatever, but those eyes aren't always necessarily attractive. What the looks maxing community gets wrong is attractiveness versus appeal. You can have upper eyelid exposure and be appealing to people. On top.
Okay, so I can't play his video because he's playing Glorilla in the background and that will fuck up my video. Let me see. Let me find another one. That I need y'all to explain it to me. Like, what are we talking about?
Exactly how I went from this to this, how I looks maxed, if you will. First thing I did was eat healthier and heal my relationship with food, which I know is a lot easier said than done. Basically, I used to eat a lot of greasy junk food, which would give me acne, and
I am blessed to live the kind of life where the word looks maxing does not come up often, but it has filtered its way into my FYP recently. So let me say this. When women suffer under beauty standards, it's so normal that it's almost invisible. But
I feel what she was about to say.
Looks maxing is the furthest extent that you could take self-improvement, right? So we've seen a lot of, different forms of that over the years, mostly with bodybuilding. I would say was the main one for a while for men. From about 2010 up until 2020. And then it sort of shifted into looks maxing that kind of crept into the space from different niche, forums, especially those of PSL, which was just 3
pumpkin spice latte, obviously.
No, just 3 looks maxing forums. So that influence kind of crept in, and it's very.
Okay, you're not doing enough.
I just found out about the word looks maxing, and as someone who has been carefully studying beauty politics, switch over to the feminine divine, aka the age or era of the woman, late stage capitalism, gender dating, basically a lot, okay? Here's my conclusion, okay? First of all, when it comes to the beauty standard of women, you're always going to have the classic, and then you're always going to have the trend. The classic beauty ideal requires money. If you don't know what the classic beauty standard is, it's thin, a balanced body shape, well-groomed, and an aesthetic that properly matches you, and it exhibits your wealth but in a quiet manner. That is always going to be the classic beauty standard. What happens is people get so caught up in the trend.
I don't care what they say. I view myself as a classic beauty. I don't care what they think a classic beauty is. Every time y'all see me dressed up or put on makeup, somebody's calling me a 90s babe. You got a 90s vibe. Yeah, that's called classic beauty.
And they chase these trends because they feel like the spotlight is on them. And it's usually easier to chase the trend than to morph yourself into the classic beauty standard. And of course, now everybody is trying to do the clean girl aesthetic, which mimics the classic beauty standard very well, manipulating you into thinking that you have more wealth than you actually do, because you can go to the store and buy an eyebrow gel and look like you have laminated brows and look like you have the wealth that you're trying to obtain. And then we have all these dating coaches and these dating gurus. Listen,
I want to get more into the
Looks maxing has suddenly entered mainstream culture, but most people don't understand what actually changes the face. Recently explored in the New York Times, looks maxing refers to the growing trend among men of trying to optimize facial attractiveness. This ranges from soft maxing, which includes skincare, fitness, grooming, and lifestyle changes, to hard maxing, which involves structural interventions intended to change facial proportions.
That's what we're seeing.
Alongside this, techniques like mewing and even bone smashing have gained popularity online.
Yeah,
From
I know that one guy does meth. I know.
anatomical standpoint, adult facial bone structure does not meaningfully change through external manipulation. In clinic with my patients, improving cheek support and lower face projection focusing on the chin can change facial balance. Always focus on key anatomical areas to restore structural harmony. When you look at faces consistently perceived as attractive, like Brad Pitt, Henry Cavill, Chris Hemsworth, Michael B. Jordan, or Bad Bunny, structural balance is a defining feature. These faces demonstrate strong masculine features with clear alignment through the lower third. What's driving this?
A strong jaw. A strong jaw.
Trend is a growing awareness of facial structure in a digital world where appearance is constantly visible and analyzed.
So y'all know how black people back in the 90s didn't do all of this weird shit that white people do in order to look attractive, right? Like my mom's generation are not going to get Botox like the black women that were middle class. That was not their thing was, we're black. We don't have to do that. We're already beautiful. Those white women look older than us. We don't have to do what they do. And that was how it was back then. Fast forward to now where everybody's doing all of the same shit for the most part. To me, a black man, looks maxing for black men who don't have the chin is just to grow a beard. You don't have to go and get surgery. Grow a fucking beard. A beard will then create the jaw that, you know, and why would you not have a beard? I don't even like men that don't have facial hair. Like, I don't like men, like, to me, you're not attractive if you don't have facial hair. So I feel like all you gotta do is get a beard, and that usually helps with that. Don't cut into your face, just get a beard.
People are becoming more informed about
But that doesn't go for white men, because see, the looks maxing white boys are trying to be attractive for men. They're not trying to be attractive for women. They're being attractive for men. And that's not going to work with men, because men, you know, usually want you to be clean shaven. I don't know what that is. You know, there are some men that like a gruff, but like what be going on with these niggas? You know what I'm saying? With the dudes that are so far right, they're gay. Hate women so much. Now you're trying to turn another man into a trans woman so you can fuck him because you don't want a woman? Yeah. Looks maxing is somewhere in there too.
To me, proportion, and how structural relationships influence perception. It's important to distinguish between internet mythology and anatomical reality. Facial aesthetics is not about forcing change, and if you are going to do anything, make sure you do it in a subtle and natural way.
Yes, subtle and natural. Let me see what this is. I want to see. Hola. You see how bad bitch coming through now? What's the hola?
You want to hear something crazy? It has been scientifically proven that being pretty enhances your life just as much, if not more than, earning a master's degree. The study is published in Research in Labor Economics if you want to read it for yourself, but basically they were able to prove that across all races, cultures, and countries, being seen as an attractive woman can have an economic impact that is equal to or even greater than earning a master's degree.
This is low-key true, and I'm not even going to argue with it, because when I got my job at the news station, even though I was good at the job, I know me being attractive was a part of the reason as to why I was hired. And I knew that it's only, like, y'all, it was only 3 women that worked and I'm one of the 3 women that worked in the editing bays and, you know, were photographers at the time. And I can say that I know the men enjoy having beautiful women around them. It doesn't matter if they actually have a chance with those women. They want women that are beautiful at work to look at. It is what it is. And I knew that in some respect, that was how I was being seen. And it had nothing and that's why it's like, you know, there's a level of masculinizing myself that I kind of did. I was always kind of tomboyish growing up, but it was something my mom was always trying to shame out of me by telling me I was too rough and all of that. My sister, oh, you think that shit cute, you know, because they're prissy. I'm not prissy. So there's that. But I still feel like aesthetically, like facially, I am still beautiful. So essentially, I know my looks help me in some capacity. And that's why, you know, but it's such an interesting feeling as a woman, right? Because you'll know, but yeah, you get harassed. You get harassed. And I wanted to say that, like, I also had to be like masculine. I had to masculinize myself because being attractive means people are always trying to have access to you or having touching you or, you know what I'm saying, impressing themselves on you in some way. So there's a level of a nigga that you have to have about you. And not even if you're just not, like, from the attractive standpoint, having that back up off me with niggas. You also have to have a certain level of masculinity with women because women only respect masculinity. They don't respect femininity. So when there are women that are trying to be, you know, women that want to be the boss and they trying to be in control, there's always one. There's always a manager woman that wants to be an asshole to everybody because she was picked on when she was young and now she gets to be in charge of the cool kids and she's having way too much fun. Men and women play this role in workplaces, right? And when you are somewhat of an attractive woman, there is a level of that you're going to have to deal with. I've had to assert myself with older women, older men, like white people. I've always had to assert myself in some capacity because they are playing on my top for being young, for being attractive, and assuming that would mean I would not be as smart as I am. And then once they find out by speaking to me how smart or astute I actually am, then that determines whether they're going to respect me or dislike me. Most of the time they respect me. But a lot of the times they will dislike me for the fact that I don't fit into the box that they thought I was supposed to fit into by the way I look and the way I come off when people first meet me. If you've ever met me before, y'all know I'm actually, like, I come off perky. Like, I'm chill as fuck, but I'm very, hi, how you doing? Yeah, I'm a happy person in general, right? But there is a level of stoicism that I, have gained over the years that I find attractive about myself, to be honest. Like, sometimes I'll be like, bitch, I will fuck you. Girl, if you was me and I was you, girl. And we are us. But yes, let's get back into this lady, because this is very interesting, y'all. We're going to talk about other stuff, but this is very interesting to me.
Highest level of education you can obtain. When I say we need to invest in our appearance, I'm not being vain. I'm being strategic. Our looks can open doors to higher income opportunities, better dating options, and elevated social status, just to be real. Think about Kylie Jenner and how we all watched her go from ugly duckling to billionaire baddie. She knew from watching her sisters the impact of beauty, the influence of beauty, the power of beauty. Well, she invested heavily in her looks, and her return on that was literally $1 billion. We all watched her do it. By taking her looks to the next level, she took her life to the next level.
That's not all. That's a very that take is lacking in nuance. So here's the lesson. I'm going to let this go after this. What everybody needs to understand is that it's never going to be a get out of jail free card. It's never going to be a, oh, look, you got the pass, go and collect $200 and you ain't have to do what everybody else has to do, because everything has its downsides. And one of the things that I always understood is that relying on beauty is a trick. Once you start relying on your beauty, then you don't rely on other things as much. And that will cause issues. But then also being so tied to your looks as you age, it will make you feel less valuable, because what you're seeing from the world is as you age, you become less attractive. And I hear women talking about this all the time, and like how they don't get hit on as much as they, as they age and get older. So that's why, like, I've always had it in my mind that yes, I am aware that I am pretty. I am aware of that. But I also am a person, and I see myself every day. So I don't always see what other people see when they look at me. I pick myself apart. And I think everybody does that. And so that's why I feel like it's so important to not fall for the trick bag of relying on beauty or thinking beauty is going to get you somewhere that character or know-how won't. You know what I'm saying? Because if I wasn't good at my jobs, I don't think I would have gotten as far as I did in them. It got me in the door, but it definitely was better for me long term that I was smart and that I didn't rely on my looks, and that I did not allow people to, because sometimes when you rely on your looks, you will use it as a way to manipulate people. I don't like that, because that I used to always experience people liking me that I did not like. So I was always very careful with how I put that energy out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I mean? But yeah, like I just feel like to be beautiful is just to be beautiful, to recognize that you're beautiful, to keep hold of what makes you beautiful, to understand that you only gain more beauty as you age, as far as I'm concerned. You have to counteract the negative thought that tells you what society tells you, which is that as you're aging, you're becoming less beautiful. So that means you need to change things. You need to get stuff done to yourself. And I deal with that same insecurity as someone that's always looking at myself on camera. And my mama told me the other day, girl, you are not aging. You are not aging. You look exactly the same as you've always looked. And I'm like, I don't see it. I see, these lines getting deeper. Or I might see, now my eyes have a little bit more lines under them now, I see shit like that. I see the inconsistencies in my my face being symmetrical. I'm always noticing my lack of symmetry. Right. So I pay attention to my face in a way that other people don't. So of course I'm going to overjudge myself. So it's like you have to counteract that thought. You have to remember that you're beautiful no matter what. You're a human, you're a woman. And I also feel like the way we think about beauty needs to change. I need you to be able to be beautiful, beautiful with a belly, beautiful with, big titties, small titties. Being, a skinny woman, a tall, skinny woman that's not necessarily a fucking model. You know what I'm saying? I need for us to be able to be beautiful in all of the ways that we are, just because we are, y'all. And I think that the way we've commodified beauty is bullshit, and it's harmful. And so, like, there's a part of me that's always going back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, one day I might want to do something to myself, and then the next day I'm like, bitch, you better leave yourself the fuck alone, because you're gonna be mad. If it don't go good or something get fucked up, you're gonna be so mad at yourself, because in general it would only be, oh, I could be a little bit better, so let's be a little bit better, and then you fuck up the thing. And I'm not trying to fuck up the thing. You feel me? But yeah, y'all. And that's the same thing with weight. Like, I've gotten to a point in my life where I am also like being conscious of the working out. Like, yes, I work out to remain healthy, but not in a way that becomes a eating disorder. Because we was talking about, people with Ozempic and all of that. But when I posted Demi Moore, y'all, I just finished reading Demi Moore's book. Demi Moore has had an eating disorder her entire life. and it's changed forms over the years, right? So in one part of her life, it might have been watching what she was eating, like to a scale level. But then when she started doing G.I. Jane and all of that, I think she was working out so intensely and she was losing weight all the time. And I think when she did Indecent Proposal, the director was mad at her because she had lost so much weight. And like he wanted her to have weight on her body. But the way she was working out 5 days a week, all of these hours a day, that type of working out so that you can remain so in shape in a way that almost seems like a control mechanism, I believe that is an eating disorder. And I think when we talk about eating disorders, it's not just how you consume food, but it's also like your mindset about, oh, I need to burn this off. I need to, make sure that I work this off and I can't eat that because then I'll gain a little here. And it's like, no. Like, no, girl, eat the food, enjoy the food. Don't overconsume. You know what I'm saying? Be balanced. Be balanced. But she's had an eating disorder her whole life. And so to see Demi Moore, let me find it. To see Demi Moore show up the way she did this, recently, I was very, very like, come on, Demi. Cause I love Demi Moore, y'all. Like, I don't know what she did to her kids for them not to be talking to her. But I used to love me some Demi Moore. And recently she did The Substance, which was a huge, movie. What that was, either last year or the year before. And it was really good. And it was about the obsession with beauty and how aging women in Hollywood or in television have such a hard time embracing themselves as they age. And they do all kind of weird shit. Like being this fucking thin. Like, and then y'all thought this was Courtney Cox because Courtney Cox is this thin now too. And as it's like, no, y'all actually should consider having a little weight because a little weight would make you look more alive. Y'all look crypt keeperish. Like you're, like you about to die, girl. We don't want you to look like you about to die. Y'all be looking like y'all about to die. In beautiful gowns. But yeah, y'all, Demi Moore has always had some form of eating disorder or just being way too conscious of her body and of her weight. I think when she was younger, she had like a extreme lazy eye too. And got something to correct that. And so she's always been like hyper conscious of herself in certain ways. And I think that when you have like your ugly duckling moments as children, those things stick with you. Those things stick with you. But yeah, y'all, pray for the girls. Cause I just, I saw Vanessa Williams, but when I actually went and looked at her video, she didn't look as small as that one picture made her look. Yeah, child. I remember how skinny Ally McBeal was. Yeah. Ooh, girl. And let's not even get into, y'all know my girl, Tammy. Tammy is another one, that battles with an eating disorder. And the way their brain works is when they are that thin and it looks unhealthy to us, that's how they want to look. And I just think it's sad. I think it's sad. Because, it's easier to knock your ass over. And that's not what I want for y'all. I don't want it to be easier for a nigga to knock you over, But anyways, let's move on from there. Praying for the girls. Praying for the girls. Speaking of praying for the girls, y'all, did y'all see this clip of Demi Lovato and Kiki Palmer telling us all their business? Did y'all see this?
I found myself dating. I'm 15. Why is my boyfriend 20?
Why was my boyfriend 30?
Girl!
You know what I'm saying?
Damn. I'm not smiling at that, but that is real. We was trying to find outlets, though. I don't think,
and also
just a way to.
And you were being exploited and taken advantage of by grown-ass men. Kiki.
Process this. I found myself dating. I'm 15. Why is my boyfriend 20?
And also
just a way to process this. And
the Jasmine brand, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but I really would love for y'all to stop clipping every single clip at 5 seconds.
And nobody our age,
could understand. Nobody our age could understand. But then you look back in hindsight, when I turned 30, I was like, that's not okay.
Girl, the moment when you realize and you get the age of a lot of people that were and
also
just a way to process this and nobody our age.
And do y'all know the first person, and I believe Demi Moore and, I see y'all talking about Tammy in the comments, the first people to make you conscious of your body in a way like that is your motherfucking mama. That's why it is so important for you to be mindful of what you impress upon your children. I don't know what's wrong with everybody. Yeah, and I know she also has diabetes and other health issues as well. But the eating disorder thing is something that, she and I have discussed before. And I remember what she said about how she thinks about it in her mind. And it reminds me that, like, their brain chemistry is different, which is why they view themselves being that thin as better than the little bit of meat that would make them look healthy. And it's sad. And I just feel like it's always the mama fault, the mama or the grandmother. But those are the people that will be telling you to be so conscious of your body before you even know to be. And then, I just think they make it worse over time. I do think a lot of times it's mothers and grandmothers and how they talk to girls about their bodies as they're growing up and as they're aging, like having baby fat and all of that type of stuff. And there is a wanting your daughter to be beautiful because life will be easier for her. The skinnier and more beautiful she is, the lighter she is, all of that bullshit, right? And I just feel like if we know that that's bullshit, if we know that that's not right, I just think we shouldn't be impressing that on such impressionable children. Because when y'all put that on children, that stays with them. To me, these grown women that we're seeing now with all of these issues and being very unhealthy with the way they treat their bodies and all of that, that stems from what they were told about themselves as girls, as children. That shit stays with you. I don't know why people think you're supposed to age out of the building blocks of who you are. You don't age out of those things. You have to do a lot of work to deconstruct the fucked up things your family builds you with. And a lot of time they build you with self-hate. And the self-hate will be about your skin color or your hair texture or the size of your nose or your body size.
I mean, could understand. Nobody our age could understand. But then you look back in hindsight, when I turned 30, I was like, that's not okay.
Girl, the moment when you realize and you get the age of a lot of people that were and also just around you and doing stuff, it's almost a mental break that can happen because you realize, you were taking advantage of. Oh, I was being exploited. Yeah. Oh, was very difficult for me when because at 15, I'm thinking like my boyfriend's older because I'm doing.
So when did you come to the conclusion? Because you consistently defended R. Kelly, and I do have some questions about what that relationship was like because you were sitting on his lap in the studio, girl. And he was fucking everybody that he was, all the little young girls that was around him long term. It seemed like he was fucking them. So I do wonder.
Doing an older job, found you and doing stuff. I'm doing a bunch of things, and this is the way that it is, and it seemed normal in my mind. But then
especially if you're an older soul too, especially if you're mature for your age.
I love the Hillary Duff song.
Oh my God, me too.
Yeah, because it's like we all had the same damn life, and I'm doing a bunch of things, and this is the way that it is, and it seemed normal in my mind. But then
especially if you're an older soul too. Especially if you're mature for your age.
I love the Hillary Duff song.
Oh my God.
I'm going to have to go hear that. But yeah, no, that's a good thing that they're having that conversation because look around, y'all. Kiki is a weirdo. But just look around, y'all. Like this is what we're seeing all over the place. With this, inappropriate relationships, inappropriate shit between, children and adults. Hold up, let me see. Because I want to see where I want to go next. Oh yeah, y'all. Okay, so girl. Okay, let's do what did I want to do? Did I want to do Johnny Blaze? What's in the title, y'all? What's in the title that we haven't talked about? Jim Carrey. Yes, let's go there next. So over the weekend, y'all know we were talking about, girl, what the fuck is going on with Jim Carrey? Why does he look like a different person Why is his hair this long? Are these extensions? Is it a clone? Did they kill the real him?
You know, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy, but you know, it's then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead. And I made mistakes and I was like a novice, but I felt a lot of love and I felt a lot of appreciation.
Yeah, y'all, this doesn't look like Jim, especially when, hold up. Hold up, let me get it.
Y'all think Jim Carrey didn't get cloned or something? This was Jim Carrey in the Colbert Show that aired February 7th.
Let's go get him. 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 Okay, listen. So, a couple of questions. People are saying that this is from the Colbert Show. Just this Mardi Gras. Okay, thank you. Somebody said that video is from 2020. Okay, good. Because I was about to say, what the fuck is going on? Jim Carrey makes late show history with Grand New Orleans style entrance. This was 2020. Okay, good. Thank God. Because I was just like, hold the fuck up. That comment wasn't there the first time I saw this shit, y'all. But they was acting like this was just Mardi Gras. And he looks so different and the hair so long. But everybody is still wondering what the fuck is going on with Jim Carrey. And at first, Alex Stone said, oh, I dressed up like Jim Carrey. I dressed up like Jim Carrey, but we haven't gotten any confirmation of that. What's that?
I'll be honest with you, big.
No, that's not. We need to go to that too. But yeah, we haven't gotten any confirmation about what the fuck is going on with Jim Carrey's face. Y'all, I don't know. I don't know. And I feel like I would love for Jim Carrey to say something. There was another video I saw where he was signing autographs and people were screaming to him, they're saying you were cloned, Jim. Was it you? Is it you? Is it you? And he's not answering. He's not answering any questions. And I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Girl, I don't know. I don't know, but it's too much. It's too much because that was creepy. And then for everybody to be like stick thin on top of that, niggas don't have the same face. I know, y'all, but that's something that Jim Carrey said he would never do. So it's weird. It's weird to see him look so different, knowing that he has been outward about, you know what I'm saying, about certain things. And it just, it looks weird. I don't know.
Hey, what happened to Jim Carrey, man? You see that fool, yo?
Yeah, they saying he ain't himself no more, man. They saying they got Jim. He do look different though, I ain't gonna lie. What it seems like to me is the real Jim Carrey got a little bit ahead of himself. He got a little out of control. He was talking too much. So they had to snatch him and they had to put their Jim Carrey in his place so that he can give out the right message that they want people to hear. But don't quote me on that because I don't want them to snatch me and give y'all a fake me. Oh, look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like my spidey senses are, you know, like I'm not going to pretend like I know, girl. I don't know what the fuck is going. Not where is a streamer. I know I was thinking the same thing. But you know, streaming money is just like a regular job. I know people like to think it's not, but once you start making a monthly check from doing this shit, it's a job, bitch. It's a check you know you could get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we was wondering what was going on with Jamie Foxx. Right? Like, it's been a few times that we've been like, man, what the fuck going on? And I feel like it's something and they're not telling us what it is. But something is amiss. Now, let's move on. Y'all, speaking of shit that I don't believe, look, why Brandy mama up here talking to us about her son?
Next day, they did an angiogram. And the angiogram indicated that he had a serious heart disease. The next day, they did an angiogram. And the angiogram indicated that he had a serious heart disease. The next day, when blood was pumping 15 to 20%, blood flow was 15 to 20% to his heart. Now, anybody that knows that, they understand that that is a very serious condition. It was so scary when blood was so scary. And
I'm going to tell you, I think Sonya got up here to tell us that it was real because none of us believed it. Now I need for y'all to understand that I personally do not care. I hate to sound like this, y'all, but we might be dead tomorrow. I don't care. And the reason why I don't care is because I am tired of Ray J being abusive. I am tired of Ray J being high and drunk all over the place, everywhere, making a fool of him fucking self in a way that feels abusive. Like to us as a public, to the people around him, to his kids, to his family. Everything always feels like an act of violence. Even him showing up on stage with blood coming out of his fucking eyes felt like an act of violence. The way he talked to Sheila on the internet, an act of violence. Pulling a gun on stream in front of Prink and the kids and her family, an act of fucking violence. I don't care. I don't care, Sonya.
serious that.
And you know what else? I also feel like this is what happens when you don't take care of your body. And he has been recklessly fucking over his body for a while now. And you know, it's not to say I don't have empathy, because like person to person in real life, of course I have empathy. Like for her as a mother, you don't always make the right decisions. You think you're doing the right thing. You end up fucking up your kids, and now your son is an asshole and everybody has to be subjected to it. But there's a lot of being quiet when he's out here acting a fucking fool. But then now that he's sick, you want to come out and talk to us. I don't want to hear it. It would be great if Ray J would go and sit his fucking ass down, act like he actually has money, take care of himself, get well, and be a changed person. But that's probably not going to happen.
Every other word that was explained to us was, this is life-threatening. It's like it rings in my ear, life-threatening. It's so scary and serious that every other word that was explained to us was, this is life-threatening. It's like it rings in my ear. It's almost like if he made one move or did one thing, it's life-threatening. So they determined that he had cardiomyopathy. It's almost.
You know what's so interesting about this? I always think there are connections. And the connections may not be there, but I'm going to tell y'all what I think. And this is just what I think. This is just my opinion, y'all. It's not based in any fact, okay? Why does it that Sonya feels like somebody that is lacking in heart? Right? Like as a mother, as a woman, Sonya has always felt cold as fuck. And the way she takes care of her children has come off almost mechanical. And on some level, I feel like it was easier to be Brandy's manager than to be Ray J and Brandy's mom. On some level, women viewing themselves as people who are supposed to have babies and get married as soon as they become of age. And women Sonya's age onto my age grew up feeling this way, right? Even if that's not really what you want, even if deep down you don't even have enough information in order to tell you if you really want to be a wife and a mother, but this is what's being pushed on you since you were a fucking baby. Since you were a baby, it's been being pushed on you to be a mama and a wife. And you do that thing, but it's not really what you would have wanted to do. You would have wanted to have a career, and you have 2 children, and one of them is a star, and it now gives you a way to not have to be a mom in a house with kids and down to the church with your philandering husband all the time. It puts some power back into your hands. Now you're in rooms with all of these famous people and you have power over an artist that is well sought after. That gave Sonya, to me, the freedom to be the type of woman that she actually wanted to be. But the fact that nobody was there to raise Ray J is the reason why Ray J is where he is now. And to me, everything that Ray J does gives, I'm doing this, I'm acting out because y'all were supposed to be there and you weren't, and I'm angry about it. And I'm not gonna stop being angry about it. And then it's something I can use to manipulate y'all because y'all know y'all fucked over me when I was a child and left me to my own devices way too young. And now I understand it because I have 2 children of my own, and I don't know if I would really want to put them in the situations that I was put in. That's why I leave them with Prinky and go do whatever the fuck I want to do, because essentially the kid being with me would be the kid being by themselves. So on some level, subconsciously, I feel like it makes sense for him to then have issues with his heart. Because I don't think that his mother was ever in a space of really giving him the type of emotional support that was needed in the beginning stages, like in the early stages of life. And then, like, as an adult, like this, being able to, like, just be so stoic about everything, either angry or stoic. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like there's a reflection there of you being sick because of what you did not get. And it does give that she really didn't give her kids her heart, because I don't think her heart was ever in being a mother. And I hate to say it like that, but it's the way she's come off for years. They've done reality shows. We've seen them for years, y'all. It's not like I'm just pulling this out of my ass. You can go and find reality shows that showed how disconnected Sonya has been and how it's really been business and about the business image. The entire time, it's about the Norwood family and what that represents after, Moesha and all of that. Yeah, he had the exact same opportunity, but I think because Brandy came first, the focus was more on Brandy. And because of that, it really couldn't be about him as much. The reason why Solange had a different experience is because Sonya and Beyonce's mama, Tina, they're not the same type of person. They're just not. Tina has more, and I don't want to say it like this because it sounds like you're saying these people don't love their children. That's not what I mean. I think you have to be a certain type of woman in order to offer your heart to your children in a certain way. And to me, this is one of the reasons why, I still love my mom in a certain capacity, because there is a level of heart that she gives. And I think that some mothers are shut off and cold in a way and don't connect with their children in a certain manner. And I think Solange, and that's another thing, Solange is also a woman, and we always deal with shit way better than boys do. But first of all, Solange was always different. I also feel like Tina Knowles had a more insulated support system. Like when I read her book, she's there with them every day. You know what I'm saying? Even her work doesn't take her away from her kids. You know what I mean? And it was the same thing with my mom. Like my mom had a hair salon. When my mom is at work, I'm at work with her. There's never a time that she's at work and I'm not able to be with her. So I didn't even grow up like having my mom be at work and that mean I can't be by her, I can't see her, I can't talk to her. I didn't even have that. Like I was very, very under my mom. So to me, I felt like I could see how not having that can be extremely jarring to a child, to not have that type of emotional support or that type of safety in any of your parents. Tina to me comes off as the type of mother that would give that, right? Like, it just, y'all see the way she defend people on the internet. Like, Tina has heart for people and heart for her kids. I also feel like, maybe, it's not all hairstylists, girl, but my mama and Tina both being hairstylists, I just can see a lot of similarities in how you have to be loving to other children, to other people's kids sometimes, because you do encounter so many children because of their connection to your kids whose mothers can't offer them that same thing. And because you have it to give, you give it. My mom was the same type of way. Like everybody loved my mom. Me and my sister had friends that their moms weren't the same. Their moms weren't as stable. Their moms weren't as nurturing, weren't as emotionally supportive, right? And so we were able to see them come to our house and be like, your mama really is, da 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 da. Your mama, like, and oh, where your mama at? Where Miss Tanya at? Like, it is a certain energy that the woman has. And so I feel like when people have children who I think maybe if they were offered better options wouldn't have had them, like Sonia feels like somebody that maybe shouldn't have had kids. She did. We glad that you did. We love Brandy, but there is a level of coldness to her. And boys do not respond well to that energy. Like a dad that's negligent because the daddy just went on and did whatever the fuck he was doing. And a mother that can't be there and then she's hyper focused on another child. I'm sure that was difficult for Ray J at times where he needed somebody and there was nobody there for him and he was a child. You know what I mean? Like when you listen to, you don't even have to listen to Ray J tell his story. You could listen to other people talk to, like I've read other people's books or them talk about the times that they interacted with Ray J when Ray J was a teenager. And it shows you how many people, like how much Ray J was just out in the world amongst adults and his parents were just, doing whatever with Brandy at the church, at home. But Ray J is out in the fucking streets with the blood gang. I don't know if y'all been seeing that, but girl, when you really like, they used to say Ray J would pop up in rooms when he was a kid that he was not supposed to be in. And that tells me that nobody was watching him. She do look like Medea. I see y'all saying that in the comments. She do look like Medea. Speaking of mean old bitches, yeah, boys do require a lot of attention, more so than girl children. It is what it is. Shit, I think like that's why I'm always very grateful to my mother-in-law, because you could tell it was like the appropriate amount of love and meanness. It was the appropriate amount, okay? Because the man is a sweet person, you know what I'm saying? But he is also there's a clique. There's a clique. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay. I love the fact that, I've only seen the clique out maybe once or twice when we were very, very young. Outside of that, I've never seen this, for my husband. And, I'm grateful of that. People that's nice all the time, when they click out, it be like, whoa. But, being somebody like me, I appreciate, because he try to act like he don't have that same click where you turn into a psychopath, but he does. He does. Y'all know it's our anniversary on Thursday. Tomorrow is our anniversary, and he's going with us to Thailand with Reset. We're doing a group trip that I've been promoting, and he's coming with, and I'm really excited. This will be his first time being this far out of the country. And the plane tickets are expensive. So I'm, like begging y'all for money and shit on the internet and, asking for help and stuff. My Cash App is like up there. Like if y'all wanted to help us pay for these expensive ass premium select seats. It's not even first class, girl. It's the thing under first class. But niggas need leg room. He like 6'3". So we trying to see what we can do. So if y'all can help, I don't even know. Can you give people miles? That would be so dope if I could be gifted in miles that could eventually get me to upgrade. But yeah, y'all, this is our 9th year anniversary. We've been married for 9 years and we've been together for 15 years, going on 16. Yeah, it's cute. It's cute or whatever. I like him. Did you look at it? No. And well, I looked all over, but because of what's going on with the Iran situation, like it has complicated things as far as flights. Because I only wanted to fly through Asia anyway. Thank y'all for all of the happy anniversaries. Okay, you could send me $1 to the Cash App. That'd be great. Thank y'all. All right. No, I'm not afraid to travel right now. If I got stranded in Thailand, I would not be upset. The only thing I would be upset about is my dogs. That's the only thing I would be upset about. But no, I'm not afraid to travel going to Thailand. Nobody really fucks with them people over there like that. They be chill, so I'm praying for the best. Either way, Lord, when you hope people just stroke out, just die. Lord have mercy. Somebody just die. Lord. People die every day. They ain't never died before. Oh, Lord. Anyway, let's get back to it. Bitches. Janice Dickinson alleges hardcore bitch Tyra Banks tortured America's Next Top Model contestants for her ego and went harder on black girls out of competitiveness and jealousy. Let me tell y'all something. I believe it. I think it's true. But Janice, you don't have room to talk. You don't have room to talk, Janice. You're a terrible human being. You're a terrible human being. I can't even fault you for being a terrible human being. Your life was terrible. And that's another thing I need for us to come to terms with. The women that protect these men usually were getting fucked by them as children. That's something we need to draw together, right? So your Erica Kirks, your Melania Trumps and all of that, it's starting to look like, okay, those types of women, it's starting to look like, I'm not sure, but this is what I'm hearing on the tick, okay, is that these are the women whose dads or parents are either fucking them or selling them when they're very young. And this is happening way more than you think it is, right? Like us, the people that's in my people, this is happening more than we would assume this is happening. We know about uncles and people, and older kids touching, but the amount of men that are fucking their children, especially white men, yikes. Literally 2 comedians was just talking about how nobody talks about how it feels when you first hold your baby for the first time. And he said his dick got hard. Janice Dickinson's daddy is one of those niggas. So it makes sense that she's a terrible person. And so when you understand what's being done to these women at an early age, you then understand low-key why they vote against their own self-interest, why they act the way they do, why they lie the way they do. And it's because shit been fucked up for them since the very, very beginning. So if you can't even be safe with your parents at base level, I promise you your barometer for how you're going to treat other people, how you're going to care about what other people go through, is going to be in hell. You're not going to give a fuck because you're going to feel like, oh my God, I went through the worst shit that anybody could go through. I don't give a fuck about what anybody else has been through. I'm going to go for mine. I'm going to be as comfortable as I possibly can. Because my dad, fucked me. Yeah, when you put it into that perspective, I totally understand how you get the white women that we get today. And some of these pick-me bitches, I understand how we get there. Because somebody broke y'all early on, and it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. So Janice Dickinson was a piece of shit, and that's just how it was gonna be, girl. The thing that I'm mostly annoyed about when I'm listening to people's commentary about Tyra Banks is the fact that they think we're all just blaming Tyra, when the truth of the matter is people have been talking about how fucked up America's Next Top Model was for years. I know y'all think that social media was the first time that it was talked about, but when we watched it when I was in college, we felt like the shit was fucked up. And I think a lot of us stopped watching it because not only was the shit fucked up, but at some point it was just goofy. Like, all right, enough is enough. I think maybe after Yaya, I stopped watching. And I felt back then that they were being racist. Not after Yaya. Maybe Bree, season maybe 7 or 8 is when I tapped out. But y'all, throughout the seasons, because there was no social media like that, right? There was no forums for kids for real. Like when I was in college, we weren't online talking about shit like this just yet. Like my freshman year and in high school, Facebook had just come out. We weren't really online talking about TV shows like that. But back in the day, we talked about how annoying Tyra was. We talked about how they treated certain girls and how they tried to treat Yaya. And I didn't even really like Yaya. I was rooting for Eva. But at some point, I was like, why y'all trying to play her out on her being proud of her blackness? Anything that those girls had, any type of confidence that they came through the door with, Tyra was trying to strip them of any type of confidence that they came through the door with and then punish them when they don't show up with confidence. Y'all, the system that was put in place for this show specifically, from Ken Mock to the network, to Janice, to Tyra, to the Jays and Nigel, everybody is playing this systematic game of narcissistic abuse on the girls. I'm just telling y'all what it is. And I think that the modeling industry in itself, this was a microcosm of that. And y'all, I've been saying this for the longest. That's why I always defended Tyra. Because I'm like, Tyra was just showing y'all what it was like to go through the modeling industry. The modeling industry is racist and xenophobic and wants women and girls to just be empty vessels to put clothes on instead of human beings that are modeling clothes or whatever. You want them to be dehumanized so that they can be whatever you want them to be. That's fucking sick. That is sick. That's weird. And I know we didn't really understand that as much as we do now. And that's why we're going to have the conversation. I'm glad that we're no longer in the same space. We're still doing some of the same shit. People are still fatphobic. People are still colorist. People are still doing narcissistic, weird, exploitive shit to people, Zeus Network and all of them. Everybody's still taking advantage of people and not paying them no fucking money. But when we get down to what Tyra did as an individual Black woman in this setting, how she showed up was terrible. How she showed up was terrible. And as Black people, we have got to fucking stop excusing this bad behavior because somebody is Black. Because a lot of people are like, oh, y'all was talking about Tyra now. Janice feel like Janice's documentary on Hulu came out at the same time as the Netflix one, y'all. Janice Dickinson is a piece of shit. That's who she is. It is what it is. I'm not going to be surprised by her throwing Tyra under the bus because she's always been a piece of shit. And it's not the first time that Janice Dickinson has said that Tyra was a bitch. They've talked, y'all don't be remembering. We forget. But they've talked about these things before. And yes, there were other producers. And I feel like we were always blaming the producers. We were always blaming the network. We were always blaming the modeling industry. From the very beginning, that was the main reason why we gave Tyra all the excuses that we did. It's because we understood that the industry was like this. And Tyra was just trying to prepare them for it. Where the fucked up part comes is that you're not actually preparing them for it. You're exploiting them. You fucking over them. You said you was going to be their managers. You were going to help them in their careers, and you didn't. You reneged on what you promised. You lied to them in order to get their hopes and dreams and desperation to give you a good show. And it was like that from season 1. Tyra, as a person, is a fucked up individual, and I need for y'all to connect the dots. That's what it is for me. I didn't realize it. I did not. It wasn't It wasn't coming together for me before. That's why I was always defending Tyra. When I did my video after watching the Netflix thing, one of the first things I said was that I would no longer be defending her, because I had been defending her this entire time, understanding that as a Black woman, you're not the only person in charge. And now I feel like, to hear so many people using that as an excuse at this point, I'm getting tired of it. Because every time I see a Black woman talking about this on TikTok, Tyra wasn't the only person. It was a system. Tyra wasn't the only one. It was other producers. Ken Mock was the producer for Making the Band. You know, Kenya Barris was a producer. We know how he don't like Black women. You know, everybody's doing their thing. Yes, it is a systematic issue, but also people show up individually as a byproduct of a system. They cannot be excused for one, telling us that they understand how harmful it is, and then proceeding to lie to us about their intentions, and then going forward with further abusing the girls in society by playing it up for views on your show that eventually still got canceled and you still got fired from. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, but being a piece of shit along the way does not get excused. She was a piece of shit. She was a piece of shit. I want to see right now. You don't need to.
Despite she talking, I know you watched someone having walked that
the person who taught Miles how to walk is wrong.
And yes, people like Eva are gonna be so down on what they trying to do that they gonna figure out a way around that shit. Takara, same thing. There were some girls that came on that show that had the prestigious fortitude to still be successful. But at the same time, I feel like it is what it is to me. Tyra was always being a bitch, and we was always giving her passes, and now the time for passes is over. That's just how I feel. Let me see.
Not get along or something, but now you do.
Well, no, she's not a friendly lady.
So what was it like working with her then?
Well, I just tortured her. Because if she was going to be mean to the girls, and I saw her ploy.
Yeah.
You know, just so I could remain under the radar.
Yeah.
I would tell her things like, I did Vogue, you did Elle.
I know you and Tyra used to not get along or something, but now you do.
Well, no, she's not a friendly lady.
So what?
I don't think you're friendly either, Janice. And you were a way worse bitch. You were a way worse bitch. Janice, I read Janice's book. It was really good. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I low-key, like, I used to have a level of love for Janice, but, you know, because she was like one of them models, y'all. Like, you know, like she said, she was one of the first biggest supermodels. But she was an asshole to people. She was also very racist in the way she talked about the girls. There was a lot of racism, girl.
Some of the girls were poked at the traumas, and that's television. Finding that insecure thing that the model has and enhancing it, making the model just stand there, I guess, like a Marine until he's finally broken.
Dark Side of Reality TV, new episode Tuesday at 9.
So yeah, like, people are doing a lot of documentaries talking about it.
Paula Porvikova and Janice Dickinson, when they left the show, were not very nice about you.
Thank you. And y'all, this is from years ago. Like, people been saying what it is, y'all.
Let's not go there. Well, I am going there. I am going to ask that question. Paulina Porvikova says that you lack respect for the co-judges. Janice Dickinson said that you were righteous. I mean, why do you think both of them had such negative things to say about their...
And we ignored them because we're black and we saw how racist Janice was, and we assumed that about any white woman in modeling, that y'all are racist. So we weren't going to listen to anything you had to say about Tyra, but apparently motherfuckers was telling us the whole time that Tyra was fake nice. And this wouldn't be an issue if she had not been so detrimental to some of them girls. Like, it was just trauma you didn't have to put them through. And I feel like if you're going to be an asshole to that degree, then we don't have to like you. I don't know why y'all feel like you tearing somebody down because you discover they're a piece of shit and decide you're no longer going to praise or like them. Like, what is the problem? Why we can't stop liking people when we realize how terrible they are? What's the problem?
Why do you think? Wasn't there.
She doesn't want to go there. Why do you think? I don't know.
Because I'm black.
Jealous? Is that what you're saying?
Because I'm black.
I'm asking you. You said it. I didn't say that word. You said it.
But do y'all see this? Even the way Tyra's responding in this moment is just fucking goofy.
What do you think? You said it. Is that what you think?
I'm asking.
You said it. I didn't say it.
Y'all, that's scary. Y'all don't see it? Tyra's scary as fuck.
I'm not going to go there.
I think she just did.
No, you said it. I didn't say anything. You said it. Is that what you think? I interview people, Cynthia. So
Well,
I'm saying you said that. Why did you say that?
Because I think
say
every
it.
time women don't get along is the first thing people think. And sometimes it's true and sometimes Paula Porvakova.
Child, I wish I could see more, but girl, that was creepy. That was creepy just then. Let me see if I can find anything else that's like an old interview.
People say they've never seen me on the runway, and they find it very hard to find me on the runway. Well, come on, guys. It's just when I hear this, it goes in.
I mean, maybe y'all aren't looking. I don't know, but I've definitely seen video. What's this?
One thing about both of you is you guys both have such a...
Oh my God, I used to hate how Tyra would talk when, and now you're in the running.
I don't like the little pretty girl next door, Pekingese punch look in the face.
Tatiana has everything it takes to get
Nigel was such a, if I want to fuck him, then I'm going to root for him. I'm just trying to see.
That's why originally now, and she has confronted you about everything. Are you lesbian?
Oh my God, I remember that. Vogue. Okay, I think that's it. That's all I'm gonna fuck with right now.
But she's all.
Oh right, yeah, don't do that. She's the kind like to talk and say to dinner.
Intimidated by me. Do I make you nervous?
I love you. Like, people may call you, the bitch or whatever.
Bitch. I didn't say bitch, but are they?
Oh my God, I loved Camille. Now that I look back, I feel like Camille was giving them exactly what they were giving her. Like, I think a lot of black girls grow up being able to catch on to shade very quickly and throw it back very quickly. And yeah, I don't know what the issue is, but like, I feel like black girls catch it and they throw it back quicker. So you get to make them look like they're just being difficult. When no, bitch, I just caught what you was doing. The fuck? Stop playing in my face, weird ass bitch. Last one. Hold up. Last one, y'all.
You give us any sort of clues, any teaser as far as what we might be seeing?
Fuck no!
Coming up this season on the Janice Dickinson Modeling Agency, what will we see?
Well, you're going to see more hot men and women finding their way out in the big mean jungle out there. For example, I take them down to South Beach and I open up a satellite agency down in South Beach because I'm putting Latin America on the map where it belongs. Right. Holler.
Holler back.
No, holler. I've got some
Hola, you mean?
Hola, cita this.
Hola, cita.
I got some of the hottest Latinos and Latinas that are out there because...
It's terrible.
You know what?
What's up?
I want more equality in the industry. And that's me being an agent, having had a tough time, ethnically speaking. I've got 3/4 of my agency that I've got sisters.
She's definitely drunk.
I got brothers, and now it's finally time to represent.
Now she has sisters and brothers. Bitch, I'm about to fucking die.
At the Latin market.
No, that's right.
You know what I'm saying, brother?
I know that's right. I know that's right, sister.
You know what I mean?
Bam.
Bam this.
Bam. Speaking of your sister Tyra, Miss Banks, can we discuss like your relationship with her at all, if you feel like?
What up with her? She all right? She real for real. Yeah, she drank a lot of alcohol in her lifetime. She took a lot of drugs, and she know how to cry on command. I love how she gets all there in everybody's face, and she's all feely, touchy, going, you know what? She's what she is. She's aight.
You think she took any pointers from you when she like breaks down on people?
She jacked my ass the entire time I was on her show. She jacked everything I said, then she remixed it and re-edited it to suit her fancies. She's a real smart executive producer.
Well, you are producing your own show now.
Correctamundo.
So you are the bomb, Miss Dickinson.
Well, you know what? Here's the deal.
What's up?
At least what you see is what you get. I don't have to revamp, refocus, or re-edit anything I say, because what I say is the real deal.
Listen, there's a lot of racism and weird shit going on in there, but there's a consistency.
As far as America's Next Top Model, Tyra won't ever let me talk about it. She's still good pal. I've never been friends with Tyra. Tyra is my boss, was my boss, and now my own boss. So thank you, Tyra. Tyra truly is one of the hardest working women in show business. No lie. She does America's Next Top Model. She does her own talk show. I gave her the idea. She stole my idea and ran, of course. Nevertheless, it's all about me, not Tyra.
Yeah, it always gave that Janice was jealous of Tyra. Like, new, coming in, blowing up, it always gave that. But at the same time, y'all, I think some of the shit, a dead clock is right twice a day. I think some of the things that Janice said about Tyra, I think they were true. I think they were true, girl. I think that I covered everything that I wanted to talk to y'all about today, didn't I? Can y'all tell me what's in the title of this video? Because I can't see it right now. And tell me if I missed anything as I read some of y'all super chats. I'm not done, but yeah. Okay. Let me see. Thank you, Nikki S. Marie. Is that it? Nikisa Marie? Girl, let me get my mind right. Nikisa, thank you, girl. Happy 9th year anniversary and 16 years of being together. Definitely congrats for still liking each other. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Bondy. You are hilarious and real. When you go live, it brings me joy. Except when you review Married to Medicine. I can't stand that show. I still suffer through it. Oh, I still suffer through it so you can get my view. I appreciate you for suffering through Married to Medicine for me. I appreciate that. T. Davis, I don't know if I said thank you, but thank you. Bondy, your hair looks good, girl. Thank you. I ain't a little high pony. I ain't a little high pony. Okay, a little high pony to the side. It's a little something, like I'm trying to not cut them into a bob because that's what I want to do, but I'm just trying to wait because I told y'all I'm trying to grow them to be waist length. And yeah, girl, we're gonna get there. All right, let's see what else. You covered everything inside. Thank you, Melinsa. I appreciate you. Okay, and then I did want to talk about this. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about this? I want to understand. Like, I really want to understand why we need to see this, for one. And number two, why does this humiliation ritual shit need to occur? And this is what I be talking about when I say I know exactly what the young girls are doing. Y'all and that's how you know that Kevin is abusive. Kevin is abusive because he puts it in your mind that you need to be showing him love in the same way that men show love to a woman because, all these bitches out here, they selfish and I need to get loved on too, babe. I need to get loved on too, babe. That nigga crazy. Yes, my plan is to do Love and Hip Hop today. That is the plan. But I kind of want to do my workout first and be done with that. So it'll probably be this evening. Maybe around 6 or 7, I'll come back and do the members only. Yeah. Okay. So, but she posted, your man's feet deserve love too. And I just kind of feel like you could have been rubbing his feet. Because that's all these niggas want. These niggas have feet fetishes and always want somebody to be rubbing and apparently licking their feet. And I just don't understand why this is necessary. I'm grossed out. I'm weirded out. And I'm tired of the little pick-me girl coming on the internet, allowing this man to exploit her and make her look goofy. Like, this is like, what the fuck is like, why? And y'all know I also don't like the fact that it seemed like, you know, every other time they come on the internet, they just finish fucking. And I don't understand why we need to be here for this. This feels weird to me. I don't appreciate whatever the fuck this is. Just yuck. Yuck. Ugh. My God. All right. Let's talk about Kenya. Because everybody been talking about Kenya, girl. Kenya Moore is pushing back after reports claim that she owes nearly $90,000 in unpaid rent and utilities for her hair spa, calling the narrative false. In a statement shared on social media, the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum said, "The reports about me being behind on rent are false," adding that her company is currently in an active lawsuit against her salon landlord for allegedly failing to pay nearly $80,000 in tenant improvement allowance owed to me. Moore explained that she invested over $300,000 of her own money to build out the salon from a white box commercial space. She further claimed that when the landlord failed to reimburse contractual expenses, she withheld rent in an effort to reach what she described as a fair settlement before filing a countersuit for the unpaid amount. She really should have bought the space. Kenya's comments come amidst reports that a Georgia judge ordered Moore's company to pay nearly $90,000 in unpaid rent and utilities tied to Kenya Moore Hair Spa. So, yeah, she's not paying it because he's not giving her money. So that's what's going on. The way people are reporting on it, it's as if they want to make it seem like she's not making any money. I think Britt Eady is also saying, I guess, that Kenya has been harassing her or something like that. I think that was the other post. Let me see. Kenya Moore calls out haters, crazy fans, and negative media obsessed with a black woman's demise. Okay, we're going to listen to this.
That's the ugly side of this business. You have people that are truly evil and obsessed fans, crazy haters, crazy bloggers that are obsessed with your, or should I say, that's the ugly side. I say mine, because I'm just going to speak to me right now. Obsessed with a black woman's demise or downfall. I'm okay.
It's disgusting.
I'm okay, and I'm going to always be okay. I say mine, because I'm just going to speak to me, right? I always find a way to make everything work in my favor. Money, I'm good. Money is always going to find a way to matriculate around me. So that's just how I've been my entire life. I'm a self-made millionaire. I do not need to rely on one paycheck. I was taught early on in my life, you need to have 7 streams of income, and I do. So please worry about your finances and why you need to keep your Verizon bill on.
7? I gotta have 7? Y'all be wanting us to work too hard. This is why I'm a socialist. I don't want to work that hard. Why I gotta do 7 different things? Kenya? I know that's what they say, but that sounds like a lot. Lord, take me now.
Or your T-Mobile bills on, so you can taught early on in my conjure up a whole bunch of hate and fake AI images of myself like I'm in jail or anything else like that. You guys need to cut it out. Like you need to find God. You need to.
It's not that she can't pay it. It's that she's not paying it because she's not getting the money that she put into the building back like they agreed to. That's the reason why. So it's not an aspect of can. It's of will.
To find some happiness in your life, or you need to find some I'll let y'all. Yeah, so clock that tea. Clock that tea. So conjure up a whole.
I mean, I have more than one. Shit, I got more than two. But I still like, oh my God. I was just trying to think about 7 ways to bring in money. 7 ways to bring in money. Let me think. This. Other shit that's an extension of this. Selling products. I mean, I go on trips. Before that, I was a photographer and an editor. Girl, I don't know. I feel like I worked so hard early on. I'm tired of doing all of that shit. Like, I worked 2 jobs and went to school at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did YouTube, worked at the news station at the same time, which was a lot because, you know, like, I've done, like, so much overworking in my life. When y'all say shit like that, I instantly get tired and just kind of feel like, you know what? I give up. Because fuck all that, man.
A bunch of hate and fake AI images of myself, like I'm in jail or anything else like that. You guys need to cut it out. Like, you need to find God, and you need to find some happiness in your life.
I need to start doing live shows to the point that it's making me money, but that's kind of harder to accomplish right now. I got to get another venue that could hold more people. But I want to do more live shows. But y'all know, people don't really fuck with me down here like that. Some do, you know, some. But I don't know, girl. I would have to try.
Or you need to find some.
Yeah, sounds like capitalism. Yeah, I'm tired, girl. Girl.
I'll let y'all. Yeah, so clock that tea. Clock that tea. So conjure up a whole bunch of hate
and I think she's talking about, because y'all know they got certain bloggers. I think Straight from the A, like, can't stand Kenya. I think that's one of the people that she was talking about. Let me see. I think there was something. Did Britt Edie girl, every time they posted Britt Edie, I ignored it. Every time they post Britt Edie, I ignore it. I don't like her, so I don't care to see her weird flip-flopping ass on my timeline. I don't care to talk about her. Like, you're not on a reality show, which is the reason why I shouldn't be talking about you right now. Because you're not on a reality show. But she said that, let's see. Britt Edie, for the past 2 years, I have dealt with ongoing harassment and unwanted behavior from the public and the same individual. Someone who publicly associates themselves with Bravo. I have stayed quiet. I have focused on healing. I have chosen not to engage. Let me be clear. Any continued comments, subtle shots, public mentions, or attempts to provoke me need to stop immediately. Ma'am, you went on a reality show, and I do understand that people on the internet can be very fucking weird. Like, look at the Love and Marriage Huntsville crowd. Okay? But at the same time, what do you mean, like, no more public mentions, comments, subtle shot? Girl, block people and keep moving. People are going to always have shit to say. People always got stuff to say to me. People always got stuff. Girl, so who the fuck cares? Like, block them and delete and move on. Girl, what? I won't remember you in 35 minutes. What? Give a fuck? Let me be clear. Any continued comments, subtle shots. Girl, subtle shots, meaning that I'm not even really saying, girl, I can't send a subtle shot. How you know it was about you if it was a subtle shot? That mean you stalking me if you know how much I'm posting about you if I ain't even said your name. My God. She said at this point, any continued behavior is intentional and reckless. Everything is being documented. Okay, girl, because I don't know what she's talking about. Because girl,
hate and fake AI images of myself, like I'm in jail or anything else like that. You guys need to cut it out. Like, you need to find God, and you need to find some happiness in your life, or you need to find some. I'll let y'all. Yeah, so clock that tea. Clock that tea. So taught early on in my life.
Okay. Hold on, what's that?
Britt Edie's lawsuit against Bravo, filed in New York State Supreme Court, has been withdrawn and refiled in the Southern District of New York's federal courts. It was filed on November 20th, 2025, a few months ago. Defendants are Bravo Media LLC and Truly Original LLC. The case type, this is important, civil rights employment 442. Edie is now pursuing employment-related civil rights claims under federal law. Code 44.2 refers to Title VII employment discrimination cases. These typically involve claims such as sex discrimination, sexual harassment, hostile work environment, retaliation, unequal treatment in employment. Edie's case being filed in federal courts, Southern District of New York, and classified as Civil Rights Employment 44.2 puts it in the same legal category as McSweeney's, and that case already survived dismissal. That precedent increases the pressure on Bravo. The bigger trend, reality TV is facing a labor reckoning. Not a reality Bethany Frankel reckoning, a labor reckoning. Legal scholars argue that Bravo's model, encouraging conflict, alcohol use, and emotional motility, is now colliding with modern work laws. Judge overseeing both cases is Judge Jennifer Rochin. She was appointed by President Biden in 2022. Judge Rochin's rulings in McSweeney's lawsuit tell you a lot about how she may approach Britt Edie's case. She dismissed McSweeney's claims that were too broad, speculative, or not tied to specific legal standards. The three claims that she allowed to move forward to trial: disability discrimination, hostile work environments, and retaliation. These are the three claims that met the federal pleading standard and are now moving toward trial. And just a little background about Leah McSweeney, if you guys are not familiar with how she made her money. She originally made her money by suing the NYPD, and she settled for about $700,000. So she is used to litigation. The judge's decision to allow those three claims signals that she's not buying Bravo's argument that reality TV cast members aren't protected employees, a major shift in the legal landscape. What this means for Britt Edie's case, because Judge Rochin is now overseeing Britt Edie's federal lawsuit, several implications follow. Edie's lawyers will need to tie every allegations to a specific Title VII theory: sex discrimination, harassment, retaliation. Judge Rochin will most likely dismiss any vague or narrative-only complaints. If Edie's allegations of sexual harassment, hostile work environment, or retaliation are well pleaded, they are likely to survive Bravo's inedible motion to dismiss, just like McSweeney's did. Her Girl Scouts background and public interest work suggest she is attuned to gender-based.
Yeah, so it sounds like Britt Edie might actually, like, this might not get thrown out. Like, it absolutely is given. It may not get thrown out, girl, because, yeah, it's a new time. It's a new day. You can't handle people the way you once could. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, y'all. I want to go to this clip I saw of her. And I don't know whether it was AI or not, but we're about to look and see. Take me there. I want to go there. You know where. And then we're going to talk about Candy. And I'm going to get off of here. Okay. So it won't be much longer. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck? Making this hard and shit. Y'all, it's acting so weird. I was trying to pull up this video of Britt Edie kissing that man, and I know they're going through a divorce now, but she was kissing that man that she was married to, and that shit looked crazy. That's so funny. I've never seen all these message requests on TikTok. Oh wow. That's crazy. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. That was crazy. I had never seen all of that before. All right. Let me see if I could find me and the girls. Because it's in our messages. I don't know why. Like, just because I'm looking for them, I can't find it. That's so whack. That's some whack ass shit. But y'all, Britt Edie was like kissing this man in the mouth in such a weird manner. I don't know what was going on, girl. I don't know what was going on. Let's see. Ugh. Hold up, y'all. I'm about to pull this shit up on my phone because I gotta get it. I'm sorry. We have to look at this. We have to. Let me roll back. Here you go. Girl, see? All right, hold up. I saved it. We about to look at it. Did y'all like the video since y'all been here? We didn't know what was going on. We didn't know what was going on at this party. They were having too much fun. But this is, it was like, why are you sucking on his lips like that? You look fucked up. What beat are you bouncing to? He looked like he don't even want to kiss you. Girl, I'm glad y'all broke up because he was looking like he didn't want to kiss you, girl. What is that? And like, look at that. She kissing him and he turning his face away. And y'all know what I thought about him. Abusive or gay. It was one or the other. Could have been both. But y'all, whatever was going on here, let us know it's a whole bunch of crazy people at this wedding. Girl, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, y'all. It was too much. It was too much, girl. It was too much. And then,
Okay, I'm so frustrated. Today has already been a day. And then I go on TikTok and I see somebody made a fake video with my voice. Like, they did an AI of my voice with a whole message. I've already seen other AI videos saying that I said certain stuff. And that was crazy. But to actually hear voice, like a voice sounding like mine that I know was AI, and it had a whole, like, what can I do about this? Because this is ridiculous at this point. Like, people really believe that I'm pissed. That's dangerous. Like, seriously. Like, some of y'all pages just be making up statements for me and all that stuff. That's already annoying as it is. But to actually have somebody who did a full, like, thing with sounding like my voice over the video, crazy. I need to know, how do you report pages on TikTok and have them taken down when they're doing that?
Yeah, it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. I don't even like when y'all do those AI generated pictures that make their faces scrunch up or look upset, even though it's not really their face. I don't like it. I don't like the AI shit, y'all. I actually try really hard not to use it because I just don't like it. I don't like what it's a statement of. I think it doesn't even do shit as good as humans. Like, I know it, like, for instance, I probably could have had somebody, I had like AI generated editing, and I'm like, it's not as good as a person. I need a person. I need a person, bitch. I need a person. A person was better. A person is going to be better than AI to me when it comes to, like, editing, because I need for you to catch the cadence and the sound and know what I'm saying. And AI was not being good enough for that, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And like, why we want to put people out of work so that we can make machines do shit that they don't even do that well? It's stupid. I don't like it. I'm against it. But anyway, I want to give one last little update, and then I'm gonna get out of here. We'll talk about the rest of this shit on Friday, and then the Ooh Ladies First panel on Thursday. So we were talking about Althea and Benzino last week, and this is just a quick little update. Althea calls out Coily Ray for butting into her dad Benzino child custody battle and checking Diamond. Coy needs to get her little brother. These people are damaging him. Shaking my fucking head. Althea said, Coy don't fuck with her father or my son. Girl used to wear my clothes. I used to give her money. I have never hated on Coy, but her calling Diamond trying to check someone who is there for me and mine. I remember seeing Coy in a club and she acted like she didn't know me. Girl, fuck you. You famous now? Stay over there. You do not fuck with your father. What was you gonna do? Come visit him in a hospital? Fake ass girl, stay over there and mind your business. See, I told y'all everybody's crazy. Everybody's crazy. Althea said why I posted, because who are you to talk about anyone's mental? It's really bullying. The CPS situation started after Teresa Bao made a false report claiming I was mistreating my son. She needs to be locked up and her license revoked. That case was closed. The latter issue occurred when my son's father acted out aggressively, which led to another CPS call. Running up on Diamond's truck, yelling, you fucking bitch, almost hitting her son. Any mother would have drove off. We didn't get pulled over. I came back cooperating because I know my rights as a mother. I had the final paperwork. He called CPS back out again, acting as if he got hurt. Both Teresa Bao and Benzino have caused a lot of unnecessary pain through jealousy, backstabbing, and false claims. Their actions have affected me emotionally and financially. Does anybody know who the fuck Teresa Bao is? Including affected me emotionally and financially, including the loss of $2.5 million in assets that were meant for my child and was my livelihood. My focus has always been on my child's safety and well-being. The real story has been distorted, and my son was confused after being away from me for months. My son would have been with my family, not defects. This man lies and makes up stories. About 2 months ago, Ashley Bell called me crying and apologizing, confirming that Benzino has a serious cocaine addiction, which explains why he never got along. Why they never got along? Why we never got along. Her call prompted me to let him stay in my basement, not to be together, but to help him get clean and off the streets. So you was trying to help a cokehead who's been abusive towards you, and he ended up getting custody of your child and making it seem like you the unsafe person? That is nefarious and diabolical as fuck. And I can believe it because you're a bird and he's a maniac. I can believe it. I can believe it. Doesn't he look like he's on something? Like, I'm just saying, the nigga look like he's on something. So I would not put it past him. So yeah, there's more to the story, I guess, that's going on. Diamond, we did look at the live of Diamond defending her, and I think Coy must have commented and said something in response to that. I saw y'all talking about Stefan Diggs in the comments, right? I saw y'all talking about that. Well, I had saved this post about Stefan Diggs' mom, and I told y'all that whoever raised him and his brothers didn't do that good of a job. Like, you taught them to care about football, but nothing else. Yeah, so the mother didn't mince words when addressing the breakup between Cardi and Stefan. This is what his mama said. Let's be honest. My son needs a partner and not a full-time distraction. Fame and flashing cameras may be exciting to some, but that's not what builds a lasting relationship. She added pointedly, I raised him to stay focused on his career and his future, not to manage someone else's chaos. At the end of the day, a real woman builds alongside a man. She doesn't compete with him for the spotlight. And I told y'all that I felt like he was coming off like he felt a way about her being involved in the Super Bowl, as if it was only supposed to be about him. So her being involved meant taking attention away from him, even though this is the fucking Super Bowl and this is not about just you. There's a whole other team. There's your other teammates, and there are a whole bunch of other performers that are going to be involved. And y'all know she was involved in a performance, but did not actually perform the way people thought she would, because her and Bad Bunny have a song together. But she was in his performance on the field. And I remember Stefan saying in the interview, I mean, she not going to be on the field. And the way he said it made me feel like, are you jealous because she is just as famous as you? And so there's nowhere that you can go that she's also not going to get attention? She's more famous than him. Like, I don't know what they think this is going to be. But it sounds like the mama had an expectation that Cardi B was supposed to be a different type of woman than what she is. And it also makes me feel like you think your son is not the problem. Like, your son has had a whole bunch of babies in 1 year. He is the chaos, ma'am. She might be the drama, but he's the chaos, girl. The fuck is you talking about? We always can tell y'all when the mama was the issue, because look how the sons act. Like they God's gift when they know they a motherfucking chaos demon. The fuck? Let me see if I can find this story y'all was talking about. Child heavenly qualified to run for Congress. All right. I don't see what y'all was talking about. Where did y'all see that Stefan Diggs was dropped from the Patriots? I mean, that would not be surprising. He has a whole bunch of cases, a whole bunch of babies. His brothers got dropped. I mean, it makes sense that he would be following in their footsteps. You could sit up there and act like Cardi B was the one that wasn't, focused on career and all, and in the future and all of that. Girl, this nigga has a whole bunch of bullshit going on. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see that, y'all. I don't see that on the Neighborhood Talk. I didn't see it on It's On Site. I might have to come back to y'all, and that might be a story for another time. TMZ, you ain't got no T on me. These hoes think they TMZ. Girl, TMZ always on it before everybody else. They paying. They are paying. Let's see. Stefan Diggs getting released from Patriots. Thanks, team, for hell of a year. Okay. 9 new babies arrested, dumped by Cardi, lost the Super Bowl, and not released by the Patriots. Tough times, my guy. Yeah, maybe he should stop fucking people and stop putting his hands on them. That would be helpful. That would be so helpful. And I'm going to keep telling y'all that men that wear their hair like this are a terror. Okay? They're a terror to society. But yeah, I could definitely believe it. He needed to get dropped. Disgusting ass. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Members, I will see y'all this evening, and we will get into love and hip hop, okay? Talk to y'all later.